Land is overgrown, a slum of heroes, while mortals and the gods, untouched by sorrow. For they have taken oath to avoid the toil that others live below, to beg and borrow, beg and borrow. Elysium, descend upon her palace of paradise. Elysium, the fields await you. Enter the afterlife. Everybody goes in blind to dwell in shadows, hunted in the night, taken to the gallows. If you find yourself alone, do not be troubled. You are in Elysium. Do you dare to follow? To follow. Elysium, descend upon her palace of paradise. Elysium, the fields await you. Enter the afterlife. Descend upon her palace of paradise. Elysium, the fields await you. Enter the afterlife. Elysium, transcend beyond her promise of paradise. Elysium, exposed and hollow, this is your one true life.
I was 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4 go, cat, go. Honey, don't step on my blue suede shoes. Hi there, thank you very much. I am Keyboard Elvis. Thank you very much. It is Elvis's birthday. He would have been 87 years old. Thank you very much, and thanks for coming to the show. And it should be a lot of fun. So, thank you, everybody. Welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We've got a great show today. We're going to be talking about and why is my oh, you got to be kidding. My okay. Let's see. All right, we're back. Flat screen, don't know what the hell happened there. Anyway, today is Elvis's birthday. He would have been 87 years old today. I pressed the wrong button. I've got another Stream Deck coming. This is the one I've got right now. I've got a 15 button Stream Deck coming next Tuesday. And so by next show, I'll have that all set up. And also, next week is my birthday. So we got a special birthday show next week. So let's go ahead and let's do a few one-liners, shall we? I'll just pick a page. I had a glass of the best milk I ever tasted today. It was legendary. Yeah. We had a bite to eat at our local village, Horse and Hound. I won't be ordering that again. I've been telling people about the benefits of eating dried grapes. It's all about raising awareness. Went to my local curry house and ordered the special, which was pelican curry. It was delicious, but the bill was huge. Oh, the chef at our local restaurant has been made redundant. I've asked him to let me know when the things pan out. Okay, I screwed that one. Chocolate is not my vocabulary. Now this one's for you, Chuck. My Scottish mate is very worried about being arrested for illegally making porridge while porridge in his wellies. He's quaking in his boots. Ah, he'll be telling that next time he's up to Scotland. All right, let's get this show on the road and let's bring in my co host, all the way from Liverpool, New York, the effervescent Chuck Kovac.
I'm quaking.
All right, well,
I'm quaking. Hey, Art. How you doing, man?
hey,
How's everybody in the chat?
Just having fun. Got my soldering iron all set up. Now I need to get a light, so I have enough light to when I'm soldering.
You did need a light a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what the heck?
I was like, where is he? It's pretty dark.
Yeah.
I think Bill at Coast to Coast thought you didn't pay your electric bill or something. Yeah. Or maybe you're saving money.
Speaking of Bill Coast to Coast, let's welcome everybody in the chat. We've got Mr. JRC. We got TJ Giggles and Drones. Matt Bagwell, because he works at a grocery store. We've got Lake Pilot. And we've got Alan, Drone Views Media, all the way from Ireland, all the way over on the other side of the pond. We got Maddie's Drone World, Jody Drone Shot, and I saw Warren Akira Show he was here earlier today, but he had to step out. I guess his internet was acting. And then we've got Trevor Foos, and Mappers too. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. And I saw a few other names here. Oh, John Bonenfant. Welcome, welcome to the show. And oh, Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk. Please don't stay drunk. Lori Kovac. Welcome, welcome. And oh, Michael Blade. Welcome, welcome. And Dustin, One Vision Ariel. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you guys. And let's get this show on the road. So Chuck, I heard you made a big purchase.
Big? It's
When
all
was it?
relative.
Today or yesterday? Or
It was like this evening, before the show.
my?
Well, I debated for a long time, and then I just decided, what the hell am I waiting for? So,
Yeah.
screw it.
Screw it. Wait, who cares if it's $1,000 cheaper in a year? Let's get it now.
Think it will be?
Who knows?
Maybe. Might be $1,000 more the way inflation's going.
That's true. That's true.
The receiver that I purchased, Lori and I purchased it like jointly for Christmas for each other. That went up $100 since we bought it for Christmas.
Oh boy!
And it hasn't
Oh,
changed. It just went up
You
$100.
went and got the oh god, the RC, what the
The what?
yeah, the smart controller 3, did you get, or the 2?
Yeah, the RC Pro, which is the next
RC
smart
Pro.
controller. Yeah, that and the base Mavic 3, and added the charging port, 2 batteries, and a set of props, and it's still cheaper than the Flymore with that stupid bag that I'll never ever use because I never use the Flymore bags. They end up in a closet somewhere.
Yeah.
And their DJI filters, well, no offense, but I don't use those either. I use Freewell exclusively, so
There you go.
an ND 2 to 5 stopper for that, and
Cool.
yeah. And then I don't know, probably keep one Mavic 2 for posterity because it's such a kick-ass bird.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and the other one's got to go bye-bye though. Got to get rid of one of them.
Yeah. I've
Somebody,
got the.
it's a shame to keep it in a closet when somebody could be flying it. It's pretty awesome anyway.
Yep. And Matt said, hard cases for the win.
Hard cases for no. I just put it in a softy baggie in for space, safe space. But he's right. The hard case is great. But if you're doing jobs, then that's great. But if you're I'm out in the wilderness with the thing. That's why some people have said, Chuck, you're an idiot. Get an Air 2S. You're going out traveling and stuff. Get an Air 2S. Larry pointed out. Oh, yeah, that's Ted. Yeah, Ted's back there with the Santa hat on. He's just chilling. I don't have batteries in him. He says really nasty stuff that would get you demonetized if we press his paw.
Oh, okay.
He's animated when he's powered up. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a hard case for my Mavic Air. And since that one's in the lake, and Mike sent me another one when he sent me his Mavic Air. And I like it better because it's, well, not a soft case, but it's kind of in between.
Can you get new foam for the? If you have a hard case and it's set up for one drone, then there's enough volume. In theory, you might be able to get new foam for it and like cut new foam for another device. Just thinking.
I still have a hard case for my Phantom 3.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a big old case for sure. That'll fit. My God, you could have an army of minis in there.
There you go.
Yeah. 3 minis, no waiting.
It's almost like one of those roller suitcases. It's got 2 wheels and a handle that pulls out, and you could
Yeah.
drag that around. Boy, that thing is heavy, but it sure makes lugging that Phantom 3 around a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well,
only used it a few times
I mean,
before
yeah,
that one went bye bye.
I had a Phantom 3 Standard that I bought. I told you the story when I got scared because my Mavic Pro did a fly off on me, and it was a combination of me and the app shutting down and a couple of other things all at once.
Oh
And
boy.
inexperience and the app crashing made it difficult, but I managed to save it. Luckily, it was high enough that it missed all the trees that it flew over. They're about 120 feet tall. But anyway, I had the Phantom 3 for a while, and I hated that thing. It was just such
Yeah.
clunky.
I went and got the Phantom 3 Advance. I kind of wish I would have gotten the Pro instead.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, the
that one's actually
Phantom 4 is awesome, but it's
yeah.
big. It's just big. It's just big. But it's a great
Yep.
drone with the mechanical shutter and everything. That's the advanced, right? The one with the
Hmm.
mechanical shutter.
I believe so.
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
looks like it means business. I mean, it's not an Inspire, but it looks like it means business. Especially didn't they come out with like the was it Onyx, the black one?
Yeah, they did. That was the
That was
the Phantom 4 Onyx. Yep.
that was cool looking. I like that, like with a dark finish. I thought it looked
Yeah, that would
more
make it
professional.
easier to spot in the sky.
That and it looks more professional on the ground even. Just
Yeah.
I don't
Hmm.
know. Maybe it's just me.
But on the downside, in the summertime, that thing would just absorb heat like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yep.
the Mavic 3 is pretty dark color too, I think. So that could be
Yeah.
soaking up some heat too.
Right. Now is it a little bit darker gray than the other Mavic?
I'll let you know.
No.
I think it is though. It appears to be.
Well, at least with the Mavic Air, you had TDR. Thank you, Brian, for that super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Awesome.
So
You
scooter
rock,
cash.
man.
Scooter cash.
Yep. Yeah, that'll go to get my board for the little tiny hoop that I'm going to be building. So,
Tiny whoop. The
yeah.
3? Building the 3? Is that what you said? A 3-inch frame?
Yeah, 3-inch frame. I'm thinking about getting I'll get a 16 by 16, and that's about the smallest you could get. Or I could just get the the freestyle board and just put that in. But I thought, you know what, if I get the 16 by 16, it'll kind of force me to learn how to. I already know how to solder, but learn how to build one of these. And if I get the right one, then the only soldering I'll have to do is the power
Soldering.
plug and the motor.
Soldering.
Yeah, or solder if you're from
Soldering.
jolly old England.
Yeah. They're really good people over there. I
Yeah, same.
think Lori and I met a handful, and now we've been chatting with a bunch of them on YouTube. And man, they're just good people, good group over there. But they do
Well,
speak funny compared to, and we speak funny compared to them. They say we butchered English because, well, English is from England, so really we have kind of butchered their language. So it's kind of funny. But we've cut down on the vowel usage, which is a good thing. It saves space.
that's
It's green. It saves ink, saves
yeah,
space
that's true. We use 5 letters for color instead of
instead of that
6.
U. Yeah, that
Yeah,
extra U. That's all good. Favorite, I think, has a couple of it has an extra vowel in it too, doesn't it? Doesn't
right.
favorite have a U in it? Yeah,
Probably,
I think
probably.
so.
Mike Granick, welcome to the show, and Charles Galuski,
Galuski,
welcome, yep,
Gazuntite. Just kidding.
welcome to the show,
That's a place
and
I gotta get. Oh, sorry. And the I interrupt you, Art.
Oh yes, we were talking about England. A week from Sunday, I'm going to be on Drone Seekers International
Really?
on
Good for
YouTube.
you.
Yeah,
That's a great bunch of people right there.
hmm yeah.
Yep.
Got to be friends with
Steve,
Jackie,
Steve,
Jackie
Jackie, Terry.
Seekers,
Was it Nevik? Nivik?
Jack.
Yeah, her channel's great. Well, her channel's
Yeah,
kind of like
I've
she and
been
I are kind
watching
of
it lately.
yeah.
Yeah.
She and me and Lori are on a similar groove, so we get a kick out
Hey,
of watching those
Robbie,
channels.
Robbie RC Trading. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, you'll have a good time. That's next week, Art. Week from
Yeah.
tomorrow, 3 p.m.
So when
3
I
p.m.
do
Eastern.
Art's Place will be a little later because they're on at 12:30.
Yeah, you'll have fun
So
on there. I think I've been on there a couple of times and it was a lot of fun.
I the last one I watched was one Marcus from Idaho Quadcopter was on. Thank you, Bill.
Oh, he's the
You rock,
U.S.
man.
Marcus is the U.S. rep for the panel. Yeah, so Marcus brings up the group. You know,
Happy New Year's. Thank you very much, Bill. Good to see you.
no Trevor. There's no. I have both kidneys and stuff. Nah, nope. I just I just waited. Wasn't really. I could have waited longer for that matter, but I just decided.
Just wait for that stone to pass. My dad had to go through that, and they gave him a strainer. You know,
I had a
and
coworker who
after
had the strainer. Every time he went into the men's room, he had to use the
yeah,
strainer to collect them.
then after a
And then they
while
can
he said,
analyze them.
"Screw it," and you know,
Well, they wanted to analyze it. If they
yeah.
analyze it, they can see the makeup, and then they can tell you how to adjust your diet to prevent them from forming again, I think. But
Hey, Troy,
just drink lots of water. Just drink lots of
Ed,
water.
good to see you, Ed. Love my drones.
Oh, is Bill still on? Is Bill still in the house? Or did he just
Oh,
stop
he
in?
is. Oh, good.
I don't know, is he? Because he sent me
Coast to
these.
coast. I haven't seen him.
He sent
Oh,
me
okay, cool.
he
Oh,
sent
and
me he sent me this
Jeff,
one.
UDOC for States Aerial Photography. Good to see you. And Rigor Mortis. Good to see you.
Oh, and I got a bonus one from Bill. I got
Yeah.
Eat More
Oh,
Possum.
cool. All right.
So I had to return the favor. This round one that's on my microphone, he's getting some new stuff. Return the
Cool,
favor.
cool.
Anyway,
Cool.
yeah, a lot of people in the chat. This is cool.
Yes, that's always good. That's always good. And
Can we do a poll in here and see what people got drone wise for Christmas or no?
yeah, let's do that.
Can we do that?
How can we do that?
I stink at polls. I know some people have there's like web polls. How do we set up a poll? Let's see. Web.
Yeah, so tell us what you got for Christmas or bought for yourself. What kind of drone did you get?
Would that be
Uh,
Survey
me?
Monkey? I think would work. Won't it?
Survey Monkey?
Will that work? Sign up for free. Username.
I don't know.
Use suggested password. Create
I could
account.
do that through YouTube. YouTube has polling if you're over 1,000 subscribers and monetize.
You can.
You could do poll. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Robbie said he got a mini SE for Christmas. Awesome.
Yay! I think
Good for
Robbie
you.
was flying a Tello, weren't you, Robbie? Or am I wrong? Maybe
Telos are fun. I
I
gotta
think
get mine out.
the
I haven't flown.
gimbal's a big plus though. I mean, if you're not flying FPV, to have like the Tello is really cool, but you get that jello-y thing sometimes because you don't have a true gimbal on it.
Right.
So that'll be if he's going for cinematic. I mean, the gimbal that mini.
Oh, thank you, Troy. Thank you very much for that $10.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, Robert says Robbie's flying lots. Good
Oh,
man.
good. Good for you, Robbie. Let's see. Oh, earlier this week I did that. Well, it was kind of a real estate gig, but really wasn't. It was we were supposed to get some photos of some Christmas lights at a shopping center.
Yeah.
So we did this like I think it was this Sunday right after New Year's. We went out there and it was fun. You know what I ought to do is show you the photos.
Show us the photos. Um, ooh. Big Water got a 3D printer. That's Santa. I
Ooh,
wonder how
that's
Santa got
cool.
that down the chimney. That must have been a job. Maybe he threw it through the window. It's a bit better.
Well, hopefully we can get this to
Novice quads.
work.
Hey, novice
Okay,
quads.
here we go. Let's see. We'll try this. I think we could get
I'm gonna pull up the photos. That's what Lori likes to say. Photos.
I don't know if this will. Uh, dang it! Just showed up as a what the heck? Uh, says, huh? It won't let me show it. Dang it! Oh, it says okay. Let's see if it'll. Nope, it's not. I don't know why it's not sharing it. The picture. That's weird.
I'm working on something here.
One shade of gray. Glenn Thunderbird Sits. Welcome to the show. And Lawrence Novice Quad. He's not a novice. I think he ought to be a pro by now. But
See if this works.
yeah, so I got my SD card back from Todd, and he still had the photos of our last real estate shoot, which was cool. So when I make my website, I could go throw that on there. Oh, Michael, Tech Arc Drone Guy. Look, welcome. Good to see you. So I've been hearing some good things about the new Autel Nano and Nano Plus. What have you been hearing, Chuck?
I have been ignoring Autel, but so I haven't heard much of anything on the whole battle of the minis. But the 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 Nano Plus seems like is that like Air 2S sized?
Yeah, I think it's more like
It's but not as good as the Air 2S, I think. Camera and feature wise and stuff.
okay.
But I don't know. I haven't seen any reviews on it, so I shouldn't really
Well,
comment.
Ken Heron just posted a video about it, and Ken Dono posted a video about it. So,
I'm sure Dono didn't hold back.
yeah.
He'll tell it like it is. Guy knows tell it like it is. I'll have to check his out. I like his stuff. Oh, really? Only a bit bigger than the Mini 2. Yeah, the Mini 2, though. Well, any of the sub 250 gram drones are the sweet spot right now, but I think you'll see a lot of advancements in those in the next year or two because they're going to slip around a lot of these pesky rules because people are afraid of drones falling out of the sky and landing on people's heads and stuff. So get a little more power in one of those minis, man. If it can overcome the wind a little better, would be pretty cool. I mean, what the hell? How fast can a 3-inch quad go? Like a 3-inch FPV quad? How fast could it go? Would you say like
You
a really
get those
juiced up
things
one?
up around 60, 70 miles an hour.
So it can go 60 or 70, and what's it weigh in at? If it had that kind of battery power, like how many cells do you need to get that done?
Oh, well,
Not
the
even-
one that I'm building will take a 2S, so it'll probably be close to 5 minutes, maybe a little more.
All right, and what's it weigh in at? I wonder. You'll have to weigh it in and see.
Well, it'll be under 240.
See?
And
So I
yeah.
it's coming. They're gonna figure it out. It'll happen. Just gonna take.
And then if
or
you
maybe
put
they have it already.
the peanut on it, then you'll get some pretty good. Now they're getting to where you can actually go digital on a small 3-inch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, I have to admit the DJI FPV drone spoiled me with the digital feed.
Oh, the diatone 3-inch. Yeah. hmm
Yeah. And you've been
I
using
love
the,
my Air 2 as well, Mike. Yep.
yeah, the Air 2S is a formidable drone, and it's very small. And
Mhm.
I'll bet you could put 2 of those in a bag instead of one Mavic 3.
hmm
Just guessing.
Joe Powers. Welcome. Yes, the Tiny Hawk Freestyle. It is fun, and as soon as I get to where I've got my soldering irons pretty much set up. All I have to do is put the spindle on for the spool of solder and hook up the third hands to hold the board.
Hold the
I
stuff while
just
you
got to
work.
figure out how to get the XT30 plug to snake it through under the board because the wire is considerably thicker. So I'm considering just cutting off the end of the current plug and just solder it on that and put shrink wrap on it, shrink tube on it.
Shrink wrap to keep it kind of like water resistant.
Well, and
Clean
also to
protected.
keep it from shorting out.
Yeah. Well, that's a double bonus then. We used to have some
And
circuit boards at work that were relays that they had put in like the black shrink tubing.
yeah, like the receivers, you want to
Yeah.
cover those up.
Keep them all dry and
It
dust
keeps
free
it
and everything.
dry, and it keeps it from bumping against the other boards and shorting out. DroneWorks TT, welcome. Good to see you.
Oh, I like the logo. It's cool. Good avatar.
Yep.
It's cool. I like drone avatars.
Yeah. Robert Glazer, good to see you. Thank you.
The Roma's clocked at 110.
Yep.
That's moving.
And I heard, let's see, a couple more celebrities have passed away. Sidney Poitier, he
Oh
was
no.
94,
I didn't realize he was that
passed
old.
away yesterday, and Peter Bogdanovich passed away.
What's he from? Where would I
He's-
recognize? I sort of
well,
recognize
he-
his name, but
He's most famous for The Last Picture Show
nope.
with what's her name from Moonlighting was in it.
Oh, sugar.
He was
She
young.
was
Man.
cute.
All right,
you know.
somebody is in early. He must have had an early waffles.
waffles?
Let's welcome James. from
Oh,
my
crap.
VIP
Look at
screen.
that.
Maga naga maga, guys. Maga
Maga
naga
daga maga
maga.
maga banana banana
Magadang umaga.
banana
Well,
banana
here I am. I'm in a little bit early because I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna do my thing, and then I got to get back out. I got a big honeydew list Ness is giving me for Sunday morning.
Oh my
here, so.
eyes. Okay, whatever.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited to come today because I got some updates that I want to share with you. That
Cool.
the pavilion project is coming to a close right now. So now is in the really fun part of doing this stuff here. So, but most of it's logistics holdups, waiting for things. But the day before yesterday, me and my glass guy, we drove up to Laguna. It's right outside of Manila, and we picked up the tempered glass. And well, you see right behind me, this is the automated shutter. The automated shutter. I don't think I showed anybody this yet. This is the automated shutter for like if we have typhoons and things like that. So all the crap that's behind it is going to be protected. Now it's not all done.
They're automated?
Well, let's see. Is it automated? Let's look.
So what happens?
Oh, wow.
So how's it know to close? The wind you have like a anemometer outside or something checking wind speed?
You got a remote control. This is what this is for.
So if the power goes out, can you manually drop them? Please say yes.
No, as a matter of fact, this one doesn't. So, but the thing is,
Dude, what do you do if like in a hurricane, pre-hurricane, the winds might go.
Obviously, if
there's
there's going to be a hurricane or a typhoon. But you see who's on the screen right now? I don't know if you can see it as a reflection.
Yeah, I see it.
I see it. It's cool.
That's you
Very
guys,
cool.
man. That's you guys there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So anyway, in the event that there's a tie, even if I didn't have the shutter down, like I was telling you, we went to Laguna 2 days ago, and I have a 10 millimeter, quarter-inch thick tempered glass. This is all tempered glass in front of.
I love it. It's awesome, man. It's really nice.
You could punch it with your hand. I'm even in a typhoon category 4, what they call signal 4 here. Nothing's going to push this out because this is the thickest glass that we use for our house in the big areas. So that's
Curious.
That's all.
Is it UV rated? Did you get UV rated glass? Is that something you can get? Because like automobiles now have UV. They have UV filtering glass.
Yeah, I don't think normally for houses. It's UV. What they do is they do tinting, different types of tinting. Like this is clear. I wanted this clear, and I was really concerned. I'll be honest with you. I was really concerned about this because you see the reflection, and I've gone online and I've done a lot of research on it, and you can put this
you can put a film
anti-reflective film that goes on there. But I looked at it, and
might not hold
to be honest with even though they're trying to sell this stuff, when I seen all the comparisons between with the tape that they put on there, the film that they put on there, and without it, it looks better without. I'm going to deal because most of the time we watch this. We just started last night. Last night we did it last night, and it is perfect. It is like you don't even see the glass. Yeah. Nice. I was worried about behind the screen from the LED backlights pushing up against and doing a reflection back on the. No, we had Belgium. We had the waffles this morning. We did the waffles. We were early. I was so excited about coming out here and watching the news this morning here. We actually got up pre sunlight, and we came out here early this morning. It was cool. Really, really nice. So yeah, I looked at all the different things about anti-glare, anti-reflection, and some of it's kind of expensive for like a 65, 70-inch screen. It's like $150 to $200 they want to charge you for the anti-glare. So I told Ness, I said, let's do this. Let's try it first. Let's see what it's like because it's easy. I engineered this, so it's very easy to, if I ever have to do any maintenance, remove the TV, do whatever. It's not installed yet, and I'll show you in an upcoming. I'll show you in an upcoming. I'll show you in an upcoming episode. The solution, the technical solution that I built for the back of this, it's a stainless steel enclosure that's on hinges. So it will go up like this. You can get inside, do whatever you need to do.
Nice,
if you ever need to do anything inside there, and one person can do it. My first solution was screws all the way around and securing it. But I'm like, then I have to have another person here, another man helping me, another person with muscles. I shouldn't say man; it's probably not appropriate. Another person with muscles,
Strong like ox.
strong like ox. Yeah,
or mule.
yeah.
Strong
Or
like mule.
Yeah, I want to pump you
Either.
up.
Either way.
Anyway, yeah. So then the ironworks. They brought the finished piece, which I thought was finished, and they fitted it. It fit perfect on there. And I said, "Can you do me one more favor before we get it powder coated?" I said, "Can you put 3 hinges on the top, and we'll mount the hinges on there. And this way, it's just like an awning, and I can get up underneath there." And he was so cool. He said, "Hey, you want me to even put the hydraulic lifts on the back?" I said, "No, we don't need the hydraulic lifts. I don't want to go to the additional expense." And I said, "What I'll do is I'll just put a stick or something inside there when I need to get inside there, prop it up." Yeah, I said that'll be okay, but that'll make
while
it good.
You're under there and the wind blows, and you
go. But you'll see that in the next. It'll be the next pavilion. So you guys are seeing an advon of all the stuff that's going to be coming in the next one,
cool.
Which I don't expect. We're supposed to be taking delivery of the enclosure earliest on Wednesday, our time. So you'll be seeing something. So that's it. So I'm excited about this, and it's working great. I installed the new Amazon Fire TV Max, right. The Max with the upgraded processor. Oh my goodness! For those who have Amazon Fire Sticks for their TVs, I got to tell you, I've been doing this since Generation 1, and I don't know what you call this generation. I don't know if it's Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5. I don't know what generation it is.
Too. Yeah.
But they update. There's always been. I've loved the application. I've loved the way they put together on the Fire as opposed to.
Hold your horses.
We have Apple TV. We have all that stuff. But I've always liked the Amazon Fire, and but it's always lag when you press something. When your cursor moves over, there's always been a little bit. They fixed that. I don't know what they did, but I think they added a newer processor, a newer everything inside the stick itself, and I'm going to be replacing everyone inside the house with the Mac. It's called the Mac, the Fire 4K Max or something like that. So really good. So anyway, you see, I don't know. You see, I got the sound bar that actually complements because it's a Samsung here. It's a Samsung, and there's a subwoofer over here. I didn't want the subwoofer because I didn't want to hook up any more wire. I didn't rough it in for any additional cables, but it's Bluetooth. So you I can stick it anywhere.
Work with your hearing aid.
I actually have it. I actually have hearing aids, Art. I actually have hearing aids. Yeah, I've had to have hearing aids.
I need to get some. I've been watching videos on YouTube about what hearing aids are the good ones. I'm not going to buy the ones you see on TV where they're $99. You can even look into your.
Did you bring the condoms?
She said, stem cell technology.
Did you see that commercial?
Grow some new
ones. Did you see that commercial? Where the young couple are there and they're at their parents' house and they're staying over at the parents' house and they're not married. They're not married and they're talking. And the girls saying to the boyfriend inside the living room, "Did you bring the condoms?" And he's like, "What? Did you bring the condoms?" and then the father of the girl is sitting inside there and he's got the hearing on. He said, "Did you bring the condoms?" You haven't seen that commercial? You haven't seen?
I think I have. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. But anyway, speaking of those, yeah, I have the hearing aids. It was issued to me by the VA, and it's the one. It's actually supposed to be advanced. It's the one where they connect it Bluetooth or to a computer to do the adjustment of all the frequency.
Okay.
But I got to be honest with you, this is my third set of hearing aids. I lost a lot of hearing in the military when the communication vans that I was in, they have a high frequency output for the high power amplifier inside, and we would spend 24 hours at a time inside the van, and I'm right next to you could tell it's my right ear. I have 80% hearing loss in the audible range because the amp was right on my right side.
Right on that right side, yeah.
Right on that right side. But I'm on my third set. I'm on my third set of hearing aids, but I've never I've never been able to get used to it because it almost sounds like an AM radio because of the frequency range. It's very high. I've lost the range from like 8K on up. That's where I've lost my hearing. And what they do, the hearing aids, they compensate for it. They amplify the area that you can't hear, obviously. And
welcome to ArtCo Audiology Show.
Audiology, baby. There's a lot of technology, a lot of improvements in technology.
And they got
for those devices now.
Yeah, so I've never been able. I'm on my third set, and it's just so uncomfortable to use them. It distorts the sound. Everybody sounds like they're talking through an AM radio, through the old like a can. They're talking through a can.
Oh, like that? They're talking like that,
like this. Like this. It's like we're talking like this through the can.
Yeah, but
it's called pull the mask down.
Yeah, those stink too.
So I prefer not hearing things and just depending on the left ear more and
smiling and nodding a lot.
I do that a lot. I do that a lot. Yeah, I do that a lot. So
it sucks, man.
Yeah. So, but no, the whole thing of the topic of the conversation I wanted to focus on was the sound bar. The sound bar technology is incredible. They've made it to where you can you ever listen to the TV sometimes and it sounds like the soundtrack in the back or the background noise or the music in the back, it overpowers the dialogue that's going on inside there and you find it really hard. I think we talked about that maybe even on your last show. And so, like I said, I in the house, I put the subtitles, the closed caption, even if I'm watching an English channel, especially if I'm watching a British channel, because a lot of times the British channel, it's difficult for me to understand because of the accent sometimes. I guess ours is an accent because if you really want to talk about English, Greg is probably rolling over laughing right now. So, but these they so these sound bars, actually what they do, they've done something with the technology where it enhances the dialogue portion of it. And we watched all night last night and this morning we were watching. We turned off all the closed captioning because it was so clear you could understand it really well. So anyway, I just want to show you one more thing before I pop off. This is one of the things I worked on yesterday. I got the back. I'm not gonna show you the back. It's a mess back there. I just have some waterproof protection on it right now until the enclosure comes. But I want to show you the other thing here. I'm gonna walk you over real quick over to. This is the other part. Again, you're getting an advon on what's going on here. You see what we're putting down here now? I don't know if you can see. Can you see?
Oh yeah, you got pavers.
Yeah, the pavers. The pavers are going down. They're on that side, and they're also. So Monday, this should be done. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. It's hard. The sun is right in my eyes, so I can't tell if you're seeing what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So anyway, we're partially complete. Once that gets done, we can put the bar stools. We can put the bar stools around the edge, and I think once that gets done, I think we'll do a final drone that goes around the entire pavilion. We'll close out the pavilion series so I can focus more on our Canadians build across the street and my normal stuff that I normally do here.
I saw your last video of the construction of
the neighbors and sealing the pool and all that crap.
Really cool.
Isn't that incredible? Isn't that incredible? I got to tell you, I've seen a lot of builds here in the Philippines. I've seen a lot of builds here right in our subdivision, but I've seen a lot all over the Philippines. But I haven't seen anybody do what this guy is doing for this lot across the street over here. And that, you got to realize what you're saying is it's not even a house. The house hasn't even started. The slab from the cistern pool, all that, the deck and all on the back of the house hasn't even started being laid.
That's the cistern. That's the cistern pool. Yeah, that's all.
The cistern is
double sealed. Collect
like
rainwater.
Cistern is underneath the bottom, and the swimming pool sits right on top of the cistern.
How convenient.
So you haven't even seen the house portion being built yet. So if that amazes you, you're going to be really amazed once everything comes together. It's good.
And now they decided to have a basement down there.
It's not a per se basement. It's a room.
It's
I guess
more
you
like
could
a
say
storage room.
Yeah,
Mechanical room.
technically, I guess you could call it a basement, but normally a basement is a larger area that circumferences the footprint of your normal house. This is just underneath the master bedroom, so they utilize the space that was there. It already had to have footing support and columns underneath it. Instead of backfilling it with a bunch of soil, they're just putting up some walls inside there, so it gives them additional. And they need that additional space because they have a lot of stuff. You should see what these guys shipped over from Canada. They got like a 40-foot container, and they've already. I think Gerard told me, the number isn't going to be right, and it's going to be much bigger probably than I said. I think he said 190 Balik buy-in boxes, 190, 195 or something like that. Because we stored for him down here, we stored 35 or 40 Balik buy-in boxes just in our basement for him. So I don't know. Cool. So he's gonna need a little bit of storage space over there.
Drone Rob, welcome to the show. Welcome. And Chuck, if you could put a link to James' channel.
I think Bagwell. I can do that.
Oh, and I gotta show you this cute little drone. This was from the late Eric Enstrom that Rick gave me.
Wow, that's small.
Nano QX.
Wow, that's really tiny.
And it's an old one. This goes back to 2015.
Oh.
And this is the battery that it takes.
Look at that.
Yeah.
How many minutes? How many minutes flight time?
3, maybe 4.
It's a 2 or 3. I wasn't far off. I was guessing 2. Yep. Hey, Drone Rob.
Oh, I don't know. Greg Kunert would probably be the one to ask this question to, but you guys might know. I was watching for the second time, but I never really thought about it when I watched it the first time. I was watching Eye in the Sky the other night. It's about the drone, the guys that fly the drone out of like somewhere in Nevada or something like that, and they fly the flights over Afghanistan and Southwest Asia and stuff like that. And but did you watch that? Before I even get too deep into it, have you watched that movie? Oh, really? No. It's an old movie. It's several years old. Well, I'll set it up, but you should watch it. It's Predator, the Predator drone pilots, because they're in a different country. They're flying for their targeting missions, and but they had maybe somebody in the chat. I'm sure this is very popular.
Dre says it's a good movie.
Very good movie, but they have this little thing, and I don't know if there is anything like this. And I'm prior Air Force, and I don't, but they got these little things that look like a big beetle. It's only like looks like, and they were using it with a camera to go inside and fly into people's houses. Does that really exist?
They do, and they cost like $80,000.
Okay. But I thought I thought that was like it was CGI. I thought, they're just doing. I kept telling Ness. I said, I think that's
for
CGI,
real, because then that way they could check out the building before they, go in.
I don't want to ruin the movie for you, but the purpose of that in that movie was they had a guy on the outside doing the control, and they were following a target. There was the target who was into a building, into a house, and it's one of the houses like the houses are built here. A lot of not our house, but some of the more modest houses where there's the wall and the roof don't meet, and there's a big opening, a big gap, and they fly it right inside. They're flying through the rafter. It's all open rafters inside and truss work inside there, and they're monitoring the guys putting on the bomb vests and everything inside there, and they're reporting back for a Predator mission to do a strike on that facility inside there, that house. But I kept thinking, I should know this stuff. I should not, but I don't ever remember seeing that stuff when maybe it wasn't available when I retired, because I retired back in 2000, 2002, 2001, 2002. So
Hello, JDS.
Yeah, hey JD.
Lion Canuck. Welcome to the show.
So James, I didn't have like your pretty channel name, but I think it's like if you put it after the YouTube C thing, I just put your launch code version in.
Yeah, it's just
have
my PI dream. My PI dream.
Yeah, it's easy to
PI,
find. But if
yeah.
you click on the launch code link that I put in the chat, it'll still work.
Well, thank you, Chuck.
And then
Thank
I'm
you,
only two. Lori and I are 2 away from 600.
Yo.
Getting close. I need 2 more.
Yeah,
2 more
well,
victims. 2 more. I'm kidding. If you don't like my stuff, just don't bother subscribing. It's fine, really, honestly. I mean,
Well, I just reached 1540.
what?
Oh, awesome, man. 1640. Oh,
That's awesome, man.
Well,
still,
1540.
50.
I wouldn't be sad with that either.
Turn up your hearing aid. Dane.
I got the noise canceling Bose on. It actually works pretty good.
We're
Hey,
not
let's
getting bots
welcome
or anything.
all the way from Florida. We've got Adrian Mateo.
Yo,
drinking his-
Adrian.
Hey, I got an email
Um,
from Adrian just a little while ago. Mister, how you doing?
I'm doing good. On yourself?
Doing well.
We're doing good.
My wallet's a little lighter tonight, but other than that, I'm doing okay.
Mr. James MP ID, how you doing, Art?
So
I'm
you're-
doing good.
you're-
I'm doing good.
I gotta do the opposite side.
Yep.
Point towards down.
Yeah, it's hard. You gotta do like
yeah.
this. Well, actually,
No,
That's Chuck.
I'm getting used to it. I'm getting
Yeah.
used to it. I
Yep.
think I got it figured out now.
Art and I can do the Wonder Twins thing. Need the rings. Shape of. Oh, I'm not
So
gonna do that.
Adrian, what's been going on in your community, man? I'm sorry I haven't been able to drop it on your shows. You come on after this, and usually Art exhausts the hell out of me, and I have
I know
no
I
more-
can't take any more after Art show.
I
either.
have
I'm-
no,
I'm beat.
I got nothing left after Art.
He uses us up,
all the
Adrian. It's
energy out of it.
no mercy. The boy uses us up.
I understand, man.
Oh, it's true.
Art is a bully.
Nah, it's,
Well, it's not only I gotta tell you what also pulls me away from doing anything else, because not only do we do, and it's usually, oh crap, what is it, almost 2 hours or something, hour and a half or 2
Yep.
hours.
2.5 hours. We
Yeah.
do.
So I'm
Pretty
usually
much.
with you for at least an hour or so. I don't know how much
Yep.
long. But you don't realize, Adrian. Well, maybe you do, because you push your own show. Art, after we get done, it doesn't close out. Art had the
we have a post
publishing.
discussion.
Oh yeah, we
there's a-
do the after show.
The
we have a-
after-
We talked for what, about another hour.
that was
after.
another hour. And I just last week it got pretty heated, so that was
Yeah, we talk about things that we're concerned about being politically correct in front of everybody here.
save
I've
that.
got a book for you, James.
You got a book? You got
Yeah.
a book for me?
You know what?
Okay.
You get this. You get the Kindle version on, and it's by my good friend Mike Rosen, and it's in plain English. It's not over your head, and really explains it very well. It's about plain talk guide to economics, politics, government, and culture.
It's in layman's
Uh-oh.
terms.
Layman.
Well-
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I got to clear it to the boss here. Yeah, Ness is she's a U.S. government. She's a U.S. government, U.S. history, and world geography. She's a public school teacher for that stuff. So I'll show her what she said. She's probably watching us right now.
How are you doing?
If she clears me
joining?
through that, then we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll go ahead and do some research on that too. We'll give you some of our feedback. But I got to tell you, man. The people in the audience right here, you see how kind of calm we are and joking. I got Chuck, man. Chuck. Oh, dude, he
Yeah,
turns
you
in.
got a
he's
little
like,
animated there.
he's
Dr.
like,
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Jekyll, I was just gonna say
Yeah.
he's the Jekyll and Hyde guy. He's just,
Well, I
and
get-
but it's
Yeah.
fun. It's always
Yeah.
fun. It is always so fun going.
I had to hold my eyeballs so they wouldn't roll out of my head.
Yeah, I know. I really, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Told
almost
you,
like
Art.
it's
Told
almost
you that's
like
why I don't visit on Sundays, because it would just
Yeah.
be it'd be bad.
I tell you, I
know my
tell you,
limits.
StreamYard should have a viewing. You know how we got 4 here, and normally if it's got 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom. If you have 2, you're 2 side by side. I think what we need to do is figure out how we can get StreamYard to do it 3, and we put Art in the middle and me and Chuck on the outside. And we're just doing this back and forth with Art, because that's I feel sometimes that's almost what it's like when we have the post streaming live streaming discussion inside there. I feel bad for Art sometimes, but I know he can take it, and it's all fun.
Yeah, none of us are trying to convince or convert the other person or persons. It's like we're just blowing off steam mostly.
Yep.
Because really, that's how that topic of discussion goes. You're never gonna. Wasn't there a really cool pie chart on Facebook once? It showed like how many people you're gonna change their opinion. It was like a little slivers, like none.
Yep.
Anyway, so like fun to
All
discuss.
right, let's get back to drones.
All right,
shall
back to drones. Yeah, where is mine? I ordered that thing like 2 hours
Drones
ago.
and
Where is it? Why isn't it
house
showing up yet? It's a hold up.
So,
Liverpool drone.
Let's before we get back to drones. This is what I hate about buying electronics, and you have, even though they're all made by almost by the same company, you get one remote for one thing, you get another remote for another thing, and then you get another remote for another thing. It's like, and they look so close to get at nighttime.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I'm picking up. And this kind of
I would have told you to get a Logitech Harmony, but I think they gave up on the remote biz. But my Harmony remote.
I had the Harmony. I had the Harmony back. I bought it for my system, and it was beautiful. It integrated everything. But let me tell you, Chuck, I had mine for a very long period of time, and it was like in about this. The case was about this big right here, and it's set up in a charger unit inside there. It looked like Star Trek, Star Trek. Kind of beam me up, Scotty type stuff inside. But I gotta tell you, all the plastic on the back. I don't know if you've ever had this happen to you on any plastic device that you've ever had. I've had. There's some weird
sometimes.
It gets weird. It gets sticky. It gets sticky and it breaks down. And I looked it up. There's a name for that. And it has to do with the manufacturer, the type of rubber that the rubbery stuff that you have.
Just a little bit of exposure to light and the elements. It just kind of turns to goo. But
and it turns to goo, and that's what happened to my Logitech.
Yeah, and my Osmo Pocket, the first one of the push buttons on it are getting a little weird.
Oh yeah.
So like I imagine DJI anyway, but so like the Harmony One remote though, or the Harmony, I actually have a Harmony. I forget what it is. Lori bought me the Harmony, the Pro or whatever, but that I have the hub for. So the hub works. Oh, that's sad. So the that'd be sad. I can use my phone. I can use my phone to control all my devices and run the scenes and everything. So if the remote kind of craps out, it doesn't matter as long as the hub still works. If the hub craps out, I guess I'm, SOL.
Well,
Dunsky.
One good thing I got to say about Samsung, they integrate their stuff pretty good. And I just got to figure out how to do it so I can eliminate one of these things. Right?
Are we boring you, Adrian?
I think he froze. I think he froze. You did freeze.
No, I heard a loud.
I'm actually I'm uploading a video that I actually flew today requested by someone, and I'm just kind of
an Air 2S.
Sure about everything going on.
Air 2S or FPV or what?
Yeah, that's probably why you're buffering, Adrian. I bet you that's why you're buffering right now. You're buffering pretty bad. You probably got upload and your video at the same time is happening, and you're chopping.
I uploaded Lori's and mine for tomorrow. That's up and all 4Kified and ready to go. So that'll be, I think, after this one.
Oh, remember last week Curtis Start was the winner of the Toffee?
Yeah.
Well, I went Monday to get Toffee. I had his envelope all set up, and I was going to go to the store, to Enstrom's candy store, pick up some Toffee and throw one in there and take it down to the post office and ship it out. I walked into the store and it's like, holy crap, you guys got robbed because the shelves were bare. because they
Oh, you
just
said-
got slammed over the holidays.
Ooh, they
And
got
they were
cleared.
sold out. There was the only thing that was left was a few things in the refrigerator, like the really expensive stuff, and the stuff that I bought that was empty. So
Got to reload.
I sent an text to Rick Enstrom, and I said, "Wow, you guys did a hell of a lot of business. You guys are." I went in your store and there was nothing. He goes, "Yeah, we got slammed pretty good." And I go, "Well, when is the shipment coming in?" And they said Friday. I go, "Okay, I'll come by Saturday, and I'll pick up some toffee and I'll ship out Curtis's package." I told him that it's on its way, and he said, "No problem." So it is about that time. It is time for Toffee Giveaway.
Let them rip.
Pick a number between 1 and 50, and we will spin the wheel.
Stock
All right,
up while you can.
If I don't win, then there's got to be some flim flam going on.
You're
That's what
Man.
Lloyd says all the time. He says that every week.
Okay, I gotta open you up in another browser because I can't do that except for private.
Hey,
chat.
Jody John
Must be
Shots,
an
how you
Apple
doing, buddy?
thing. An Apple thing, James? New browser?
Maybe
Good
it might be.
idea.
Good idea. How you doing?
Dude, I don't know.
Just kidding. Maybe. Keith loves his M-chip laptop. You know, Keith at the
Oh, I
Chase
want
spot.
to. I am so.
He loves it. Thing is, he says
And
it's
I
a
got-
rocket ship. He's rendering videos, and he's like, it's just like,
Somebody got my number.
Better
amazing.
hurry up, James. Window's about to close.
Well, I gotta look and see. I gotta pick a number that somebody else hasn't picked already. I gotta see what everybody. Oh man, everybody's picked the numbers I usually pick.
Pick 0.
Well, pick the low one.
One's taken.
Okay, I got one in. I can close this window out now.
Oh, okay. It'll take a few seconds for it to. There we
This
go.
49's in, yeah.
Oh,
Someone else.
okay.
Somebody else did it. No, there's no other.
Now, what we'll do is we'll
There
take
it
the
is.
first one.
No, I think
The
you're all
one
right.
who got it first is the winner.
You're good, James.
So if
You're clear.
Yeah, anyway. All right, everybody.
Exclusive.
Window is
Spin
now
that wheel.
closed. Let's go spin that wheel, shall we?
You know something I don't like about being in this chat right here, not in the one where you're like in the regular chat when you're a guest. You don't get to see how many people. This doesn't show you how many people are inside the chat.
Ah, okay.
Maybe it's an Apple thing too, huh, Chuck?
I don't know, maybe.
Or it could
Can
be
you-
the Chrome.
Can you
What,
see? Oh yeah, I'm in
browser.
Chrome. Yeah.
All right, everybody, let's spin that wheel.
Ooh, 15.
And the winner is.
I see a 15, but I don't know if it's the only 15. I see Lake Pilot with a 15, but I'm gonna scroll up a
That
little
is
higher.
some straight bullshit.
Yeah, it's Lake Pilot with 15.
Ooh,
Yeah, no,
Adrian's
Right
got
before
14.
James 49.
Okay, who's
What?
Like Pilot is 15.
Lake Pilot has 15, Art. He's
all right?
he's
Lake
first and
Pilot.
right on the money. Bullseye.
Email me or DM me your address, and I will ship that out to you.
Oh, if you like toffee, you're
Probably
gonna love
ship
this
it out
stuff.
tomorrow morning. Congratulations, Lake
Congrats.
Pilot.
It is rigged. I agree with Akirasha.
It's not
This thing
rigged.
is rigged.
I've won it a couple of times. It ain't rigged.
Yep.
But for a while there, the numbers were all in like the 40s. You remember that? It was like every
Yeah,
week
I
was like
remember.
the 40 something, 40 something, 40 something. We're
Mhm.
like, we felt like it was rigged, Adrian. Like James said, maybe there's a magnet behind that wheel or something.
I think so.
It felt like it. It was
yeah,
aliens.
yeah.
It's aliens.
I remember that. Mm.
Yeah, aliens.
So it looks like the weather has calmed down in your area, James.
It has. We're back. We're getting back to normal January weather. It's still cool at nighttime. Not cool in your terms, but
Define cool.
Well, like 70. It's still about 70 at
70
nighttime.
at night.
But that's cold. That's cold.
We were 8
cold
degrees last night.
Mm. Well, I saw on the news. I saw on the news this morning. We were watching the news. All the snow that's going, and crazy amounts of snow and really weird weather all over the U.S. right now. Lots of.
We've had less than. We've actually been almost snowless here, which is unusual because normally.
Same here. We've
Syracuse is.
We've been all of a sudden we're getting snow in January.
Yeah,
December was really dry.
Yep, us too. As far as snow, well, we had rain, but we didn't get snow. It didn't get cold enough, and then we had snow the other day, and it was a pain. Oh my! It's like everybody had to relearn how to maneuver.
What was that?
How to drive?
Yeah.
What was that? Was that like I-95 in the short section of space where people were stuck for like 24 hours?
Yeah, that was in Virginia.
Was that Virginia?
Yeah, but they're getting. That's the weird thing. Places that don't normally get buried are getting buried, and then places like where Art is and I am, that we have great big massive plows and salt trucks and all the stuff you need to clear it and places to put it. We're not getting any. We usually get 10 or more feet of snow a winter. You know, it's like so. I don't know, man.
Adrian, where are you from? I forgot where you're from.
I'm from the Dominican Republic, but I live in Florida.
No. You live in Florida. Oh, so you're not seeing any of that white stuff. Well, not the cold white stuff.
No.
He's seeing the people on the street have the flaky white stuff.
No.
That's why I said not the cold white stuff.
People on the street, not Adrian. The people on the street. You know.
What part of Florida? What part of Florida? Southern part, middle, what?
Central Florida.
Central Florida.
Gainesville.
Tampa.
Yeah, nice. That's almost a whole. That's like almost an entire no-fly zone. Where do you find a place to fly with all the theme
Gainesville,
parks
Florida.
and stuff? What?
I'm in Gainesville, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Gainesville.
Right.
Okay, I know Gainesville. Yeah. I think Art wants to move down your way. I think he wants to get away from the taxes in Colorado and go to that wonderful non-tax state of Florida.
Non-tax state.
The problem is I've looked at some of the 55 plus communities, and where they kill you is on the HOA fee.
Yeah, they'll get you on that homeowners association thing. Yeah, they'll spank you hard.
Florida is notorious for doing that.
Yeah.
So I've been looking at
then you have to cut the
Tennessee or
lawn.
Kentucky.
You know, all that stuff's taken care of, right? All the
they
normal
they
crap
mow
is
the
taken
lawn and yeah.
I'd say remove snow, but that's probably not going to happen.
Swimming pool, and you get a gymnasium,
Shuffleboard.
Yep.
Golf cart? They give you a golf cart?
Golf carts, yeah, that's how they get around. A golf cart, yep.
You can get a souped up golf cart like Lynn. Was it Paul's girlfriend Lynn on? Well, Paul Murray.
Well, you should do like my son. He moved to Oregon, and
Love
I don't think he has state taxes in Oregon. I think that's one of the places that doesn't have state.
That's where this shirt came from.
And but so it's cool.
Bend,
it's
Oregon.
cool because he's renting a big farmhouse, and it has a big barn and everything like that on about it's got to be at least 10 acres of land. It's a huge. It's so big that he can actually hunt from his front porch. And as a matter of fact,
that's cool.
The last picture he sent me, he's holding a wild turkey. He and the kids are holding the turkey out there. They just shot it there. They shoot. They
That's good. It's pretty good.
They have fresh venison all the time. He has deer.
We need a soundboard for that.
Yeah, but maybe it's a little bit cooler weather than Florida, but maybe it's an option that you.
The wildfire problem in Oregon is a little bit
that's
unsettling. But
depending on where you live in Oregon, if you're near the Columbia River, you could do some fishing there.
Columbia River is beautiful.
To the beach.
Oh my God!
He's south of Portland. He's in a place called Salem. I don't know if you're familiar with
Okay,
Salem.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
He's there. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
and he loves it. He loves it, and the kids just
Oh,
seem so well
Lori.
adapted there. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my wife to sign up with a move to Oregon because
Yeah.
I know she digs it too. Yep.
And he's a
Fly
big
the drone every day. There's so
He's a
many.
big surfer. He's a big surfer. He's a hunter. He's an
The
outdoors
coastline
kind of
is-
guy. And he's just not even in sail. He's not that far from the beach. If he wants to go and take the surfboard out there,
Yep.
he can drive
Yeah.
out there. And
Like Pacific City and all that stuff, and
he's got a little bit of everything there.
yeah, the Oregon coastline is just so awesome. I couldn't fly my drone enough when I was out there. I could not fly the thing enough. It was, it's so awesome.
Well, and the other thing about Florida is it's pretty darn hot in the summer.
It
Well, it'd be
does
about
get
like
pretty
the
blazing.
It does
Philippines,
get hot.
you know?
Yeah, Salem, Oregon was a place where they didn't burn witches. Yeah, they saved that for Massachusetts.
Mm.
Ever been to Salem, Mass? It's kind of a cool place.
Yeah, I've been there. Yep,
Yeah.
we went to the House of Seven Gables.
Yep, and took the tour and everything.
Yep.
Yep,
We went to Boston. We did the Freedom
Boston.
Trail.
Boston.
Went by Paul Revere's house, and oh, that was pretty cool.
Did you ever go
I
to the
did-
original Cheers?
You know what?
Did you go to the
I
original
did that.
Cheers?
It's a 3-mile walk. I did that in leg braces when I was about
Wow,
12,
you're,
13 years old.
wow, you're hard ass. We
Yep.
we walked a bunch of miles too, but I remember as a kid my parents took us to the Museum of Science, which is
Ooh.
that place is awesome.
Hey, Chuck, make sure you get your money right.
Get what right?
You need to get your money right because Lori Kovac, your wife, says she wants to move to Scotland. So get your money right, buddy.
I'm okay with that. Actually, that's fine. If we can make that work,
Well,
I
did you
love
ask?
Scotland.
Did you know, because every country has its own immigration kind of rules and
We haven't
ability
looked
to
into
buy,
any of that
buy
stuff.
property
but
or
that
anything
would-
like that. That's the only drawback about foreigners in the Philippines is you as a foreigner under 99.9% of conditions you can't own property here. You have to buy it through your spouse. So you
So
title
we'll
in.
Right.
we'll take a castle the old-fashioned way. Take a couple of cannons and stuff and go in there and storm it. Our castle now.
Put some armor
Mofos.
on. Put some armor. Get
The
your
armor
sword
on,
out
go up there and charge the thing, charge the freaking gate. We're taking this place. It's ours.
Do
Clan
Mel Gib-
Kovacs taking over.
Do the Mel Gibson thing.
We're coming for it.
Well, where my
Yeah.
girlfriend lives down
Freedom!
she lives in Mindanao. You know, she still cleans her clothes down at the river.
Well, you know, Art. Before
Cure
I
show,
moved
yeah.
here, before I moved here, when I was living in the apartment for the year that I was living in an apartment, most of the beginning of that was I just had a basin, and I went outside I had a spigot out there. They call it a water bib
Yep.
here,
Remember
and
that?
that's how I washed my clothes and that's how most of the people in the barangay that
Yep.
aren't quite as fortunate to be able to afford a washing machine. That's
Yeah.
how most everybody still around here. They still wash their clothes.
Yeah.
And I see, even like you said, your girlfriend down in Mindanao, even when we go down to Dave and Emily's place, there's a big creek that runs by a little river stream, big creek, whatever you want to call it. And that's how people are out there. They're washing inside. They're washing their clothes out
Thank
there. as
you,
well.
Warren, for getting that troll.
Yeah, good
We're
job.
getting hit with trolls.
Akira show. Yeah, Monty Python. The
Oh.
that's Duncastle, and Lori and I went to
Right.
Duncastle. It was
I want to load
really
up some
cool.
Monty Python on this. We're gonna do what we're gonna do here. We're gonna have
Yeah.
movie night. We're gonna have movie night here. So, once all this is completed and I finally get the pavers and we have the bar stools out there, and on a frequent basis we're gonna have movie night. The neighbors around here. We're gonna come out here. We're gonna sit around here. I'm looking forward to. It'll be ready for Super Bowl because it's ready. We could actually watch it now.
Yeah.
Now we got another troll.
That's the same one, I think. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, Duncastle was closed when we went there with the ground. One of the guys with the big ass weed eaters said, I told him I wanted to fly my drone. He says, well, you're not really supposed to fly it here. He says, but I have a Phantom. I haven't flown it here. But if you go around behind the castle, they probably won't catch you. So guess where I went. And then somebody was yelling in the background, drone. So, oh shit, better bring it down. I got a couple of shots.
You're right, Robbie. But where my girlfriend lives, she's on the north side of the island, west of Cagayan de Oro, and she's in what's called Zamboanga del Norte.
Yeah, I know Zamboanga very well.
Tight. Sounds like well,
you, my ex-fiance, they're still working out a dispute with relatives that have property in Zamboanga, and I think it was her. Yeah, it was Yolanda's dad that bought this property, and there was a big dispute over who owns the property, and it's like several hectares of land.
Well, that's not uncommon over here. I'm sure you know that. That's why
Matt's heading out, by the way. Matt Bagwell.
I think that's why.
Dude,
take care, Matt.
Take care, Matt. Good to see you.
Likewise.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people are starting to migrate towards gated communities, because when you have these big developers that are putting these things together, they buy the full property. They buy everything inside there. The titles are very clear, clean. But when you buy in the provinces, sometimes they don't do title searches as well as we do it in the U.S. So that for legal purposes. And then what you find out that somebody who was the grandfather, ancestor of this relative way back, they actually end up having the rights to the property that you just spent X amount of dollars and pesos.
Hey, Lloyd.
And becomes really sticky.
Hey, Lloyd. Good to see you.
Oh, where's Lloyd?
Yeah,
he's dropped in for a minute.
You're a little late, Lloyd. We already had the drawing.
Guess he's
he's
giving everybody else a chance, giving Adrian a chance, and he didn't take advantage of it.
I was supposed to be out. You did it to me again. I'm supposed to be out of here.
Oh, you're not going anywhere. Birthday. You're a lifer. You're in here. You don't even think about leaving, Mister.
Right, Chuck.
Hey, Grumpy Blogger, how you doing, Lloyd?
I'll mute myself.
All right. Now I can finally say so. Next week is my birthday, so it's going to be a special show. I'm going to do 2 giveaways next week. So,
well, yeah, you're becoming Pinoy. You're becoming Pinoy, Art, because in the Philippines, when it's your birthday, in the U.S., when it's your birthday, everybody comes to you. They bring you presents. They do everything. But when you're in the Philippines, when it's your birthday, you buy everything. The person who is the birthday person, they make all the food. They do all the hard work. They invite everybody to their house, and they treat everybody over here. That's the way it works over here.
I'm proud of you, Art. After the show, I'm going to Jake's Roadhouse, and one of my favorite bands is playing. And every year around my birthday, I have a party at that club, and that band plays there. And we didn't have one last year because of the pandemic, so we'll have one this year, and hopefully Rick Enstrom and his lovely wife Linda will be there, and we'll have I'm hoping Sean Oz will be down there.
You have a stripper?
Not that kind of club.
Oh, Chuck.
Rock and roll.
Oh, Chuck.
I will be.
We got good burgers.
Get the ratings up.
Get the ratings up. Tacos and.
Well, let's make it through the episode without the P word, okay? Are we good with that, Chuck? Can you? I shouldn't even brought it up. We might.
I know I hadn't. I wasn't gonna go there.
We might have made it. Yeah. Adrian, somebody was asking earlier. They were asking you, have you been doing any flying lately? So we should probably get back to drones just a little bit.
He is flying.
Yeah, I did fly today. I actually got a video. Waiting for YouTube to make up the freaking mind to upload the goddamn video.
Oh, it'll get there. Yeah, it'll get there. Probably a couple hours, Adrian. I'm
Do you do your?
Right now, I say that it's at 22%.
You do
taking
your
its sweet ass time.
Yeah.
Adrian, do you do your drone in 4K?
Actually, not this one. I did this one in 1080p, 30 frames per second. If I do it at 4K, it will take about a week for the goddamn thing to upload.
Well,
That's
what
what I
do you use?
used.
I have pretty good bandwidth. I guess everything I upload in 4K, and I think if you do
Yeah,
that,
same
it goes
here.
quicker. It goes a little quicker.
I
And it works
got to tell
for
you, I'm really surprised. I am so surprised, and I'm thankful that you would think being in the Philippines. Oh,
I'm not
okay.
going to read it out loud, though.
Thank you for that, and
I
thank
love
you,
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Nice job, Lloyd.
No, I was getting to the point that I'm really surprised at how good the bandwidth is here. This part where we are, maybe it's just lucky we're close enough to the servicing station inside here. The bandwidth is just fantastic here. I can load up a 4K. Most of my videos are 15-20 minutes long. I can load a 4K. It's like 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes or less. And
I wish I had that kind of freaking service here, James. Because I'll be honest with you.
There's a lot right across the street for sale, man. If you want to come, I'd love to have you for a neighbor, Adrian.
My crappy ass internet, it's ridiculous stupid. It's slow as shit.
It's ridiculously stupid.
Except for yesterday, I can't remember the last time I did anything less than 4K. And the reason yesterday it was a mistake. The video I uploaded, the drone was 4K, but all the GoPro camera was 1080. And I made a mistake because this thing behind me, I had to write to the company in China and that I bought this from. Had to ask them, and they asked me to upload. Can you upload a video? So I uploaded the first video in 4K, and it wouldn't accept it. Their server wouldn't exist. They said it was too large. So I went on my GoPro and I set it down to what I thought was the lowest. I think 1080 now. I couldn't get any lower than 1080 on the GoPro that I had. I don't know if there's some kind of weird setting I got to do to get lower than that. So I recorded and I left it in that setting. And then when I did the video after that I had to do for the channel, after I got and I published it and everything, I got it and I was like, oh crap, I did that. I did 1080. And I said no problem, but 1080 is okay.
James, can you get rid of like barrel distortion in your editor? I'm sure you can.
Barrel distortion?
Yeah, like when you film with a GoPro with a fisheye lens, sometimes you get that curving at the edges.
Mine is like that?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can fix that in post with the NLE. You can fix it. It's not a big deal. It's like part of having a GoPro, but you can, if you're willing to give up. If you're willing to give up a little bit of the width, you can fix it. It'll fix it.
But basically cropping it? Is it like?
Well, I think that's part of the straightening it out. Yeah, you're gonna crop a smidge, but you should experiment with it. It's kind of cool.
If you see, if you see, let me know if you see. I've never noticed that. I've never noticed that before.
It's not a big deal. I'm persnickety when I see stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think you can.
Your editing software is much more advanced than mine.
Yours can do it. What are you using?
I'm using iMovie. That's all I'm using is iMovie.
It might be in there. Take a peek. I'm not sure, but yeah, DaVinci is pretty awesome as far as.
That's very powerful.
You can't let it do everything automatic on DaVinci. If I do automatic barrel correction, it like does some really freaky stuff. It's like stretches it the other way and.
Yeah, I'm old school. I'm not for some reason I'm not learning new technology as quick as I used to learn stuff. now I told you I'm having a problem.
Really crisp. The videos are really clear.
I'm having a problem differentiating just between a
Well, they all look the same to me too.
Damn
but your art would say the same thing.
Well, this is what pisses me off.
Shell game with the remotes.
I have like 5 or 6 Samsung TVs in our house, and you see this, the profile of this, they're all this style. This is it. So when I go to pick up my remote for the TV, but this is the new TV. It's just really thin. It's just really thin little thing right here. This is the only one that's different.
Do you have a label maker?
Cool. Oh, this is cool. This is so cool. Did you see this? It's a solar panel.
Charged one, yeah.
It will charge your remote control. And I got to thinking, well, that's stupid. you don't have any sun inside your house. But I got to thinking, what did I buy this TV for back here? It's for outside.
It's sweet.
So I can sit. I can sit this on the bar and it'll recharge it. I don't have to use a little dongle adapter that you see that goes inside the engine.
We might want to get a little rubber. Can you
know,
get a rubber cap for that?
Your
Get a rubber
house
cap
light
for that.
gives off enough UV to charge up like small.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Because I have a calculator that has a solar charger, and I don't have to worry about.
It'll work in under incandescent and fluorescent LED lights too. James, you might want to get a little rubber plug like from somebody to cover up that port at the bottom. Then it'd be like, maybe it has conformal coating on the board, but I doubt it. But somebody mentioned that earlier, by the way, for drones. I forget who it was. If you're still in here, call yourself out. But conformal coating is a great way to protect boards from the elements. At least getting sprinkled on and stuff. Not.
I'm sure there is.
Them.
I'm sure there is some. If I look, because that's kind of like what I do. That's how I build all this.
Yeah.
My integration.
If you're just gonna let it solar charge, you don't need that port at all. You might as well just cap it off.
I'm sure they make that. I could probably find out on Amazon. Amazon's got everything.
The thing is, you probably have to buy like 1,000 of them or some stupid thing.
My wife just gave me this. Let me show you what she's so concerned about my hydration. She bought me this water thing, and it's got you see what it says on there? It says it's got the times. You have to drink so much water in each one of these time frames.
Oh, that's cool.
9 a.m. do it for yourself. 11 a.m. keep trying. 1 p.m. drink more.
Take care of your
Does it list the bathroom breaks on there too?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't do that. There should be about 10 in between each one of those for me.
What's this duct tape and Vaseline? Where the hell are we going now? Conformal coating.
Oh, it's nice and cold. That's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, Uncle Bill. Welcome to the show. Good
Going
to
on,
see you.
Uncle Bill?
Well, I think conformal coating's nice because I don't think it holds heat in if you have something that runs a little on the warmer side, possibly. Okay. I don't know about Vaseline. I mean, maybe I don't know.
What for? What for plugging this hole up? Is that what he's talking about?
Oh hell no! Don't do that. Make a mess. But I mean, like, I think somebody's using it to protect circuit boards from like water damage.
Well, you got to have access to this in case you do.
Well, petroleum jelly. I don't know if like
you need to plug it in to charge it with this right here. I don't even know how you get. Holy crap! I don't even know how you get to the battery in this thing. If you have to get to the, I don't think you can. I think you got to rip this thing apart.
Pop her open, baby. Get the guitar pick out. Get the guitar pick out and pop her open.
Man, that's how they get you these days. They build these things. It's like
everything comes apart, man.
Remember the fin? The fin.
Yeah. I remember you split that thing open.
Yeah, I split it open, but it was not made for you to ever get inside. Right. As a matter of fact, I got to go back and look. There's something I'm really interested in. I got an email from a subscriber the other day. He's like, James, remember you didn't throw away your fin, did you? And no, I haven't. It's actually still sitting inside the swimming pool right now. I've been doing this. I haven't touched anything else around here. He said, no, and then he said, I might have a solution for you. But I don't know. I didn't read any further past that. So I gotta see. Maybe another company is taking over the server and you can use it, or maybe they're giving you the code so that you can build your own server in your own house to do the. I don't know. That's what they should do. They should let you manage your own device. You paid a lot of money for this thing.
Uncle Bill, maybe.
But
still messy.
But you see what they did? They made this thing where you can't get into it. I don't think you can get into it to change the battery inside it. So when the battery totally dies after like 5 years, you're gonna have to buy another one of these damn things.
Well, they'll probably make them cheap. They're like $5 piece.
I've popped open mobile phones before that have the non-replaceable battery, and as long as they're not all made out of glass like this Pixel 6 Pro is on to my left, you can pop them open and get a battery off of like eBay and solder it together and get it working. if you get a good battery, because I know that every battery that I've ever purchased off of, it wasn't eBay. I've actually got them on Amazon before. I've had some
supposed to be legit.
On Amazon.
And it has batteries for your MacBook or batteries for your iPhone, and they never last. They never last as long as the original.
I've had mixed results too. I've been more careful to get an actual I had a Google tablet that the battery went south on, and I found another Google tablet battery, the exact model, and it was actually stamped, it was legit, and that's held up, knock on wood, like 3 years so far, so it's pretty good. But you're right, a lot of the times you get them and they're like garbage. They don't hold a charge. And
Yeah.
yep, spin the wheel on that too. Might not win toffee, but you might win a crap battery.
Well, I've got a turkey breast in the crock pot tonight.
Yeah?
So that's been cooking since 9:30 this morning.
Art, we need like the
crock pot.
we need Wonka Vision or something so you can send some of that stuff through to me. It's like or the movie The Fly, but spare me don't send yourself through, but The Fly. Yeah, we need Wonka Vision.
Oh,
What's 18650? What is that?
that's probably the item
Part
number.
number?
Part number. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I just made it simple. I use cream of chicken soup.
Yep.
One of those, the big cans.
Yep.
And
condensed soup.
Yep.
Yep.
Put that in. I put some chicken broth in there, and Rick gave me a bag of little baby potatoes. So I put that whole thing in there.
Yummy.
All I had to do is I bought some baby carrots that are already cut up.
Wow,
So I
that sounds
threw those
good,
in there.
Art, and
Took a
easy.
half an onion, cut it up, threw that in there. So
how long? 8 hours? Like you do it for like 8 hours, like you do chili in a crock pot?
Yeah.
Or yeah, nice.
Yeah, so
probably
that
the chicken gets really
probably
tender
falling
too.
apart. For that
that'd be a great way to do like legs, like chicken legs and
Yep.
drumsticks, because drumsticks are so damn hard to cook all the way through.
Welcome
pot, they serve.
Welcome to Cooking with
Art
Carlson.
Yep.
Cooking with Art.
Chef Boy RT.
And
well, you know what?
Soon be featuring drone delivery.
You know what? You want to grow your channel. I gotta tell you, one of the best things you can do on your channel is do some cooking. Show people how you do.
Well,
some
I do have it. I do have.
You have a cooking. You have a cooking channel.
Chef
wants to,
Boy RT.
Man, you never cease to make. How many shows do you have? How many different?
I have 4 channels altogether.
You have 4 channels. Well,
I had
only
no
know,
idea.
Well, now I know of 3. Your conservative, your drone, your cooking. What's the 4th one?
What's the 4th one? Yeah.
Fishing.
Oh, of course.
You have talked about that
how
before.
Silly of me.
Yep. Art's Place Fishing Channel.
So you really are a YouTube millionaire, aren't you? You got 4 channels.
Yep. This is the only one that's monetized.
Yeah.
Maybe you should share the linkies to those on here and start.
There you go.
There you go. That's a good.
Spreading the love, man. I mean, Lori got 7 subscribers on her channel just by talking about. She was on other like channels talking to people, and she's in videos. And they start subscribing to her.
I don't know about
hilarious.
I don't know about smearing Vaseline on drumsticks. I can't imagine.
I don't know where this conversation's sinking.
Right.
I don't know, Bill,
Thank you for having me, Art. I'm about to go ahead and eat a little bit of dinner and relax.
All right.
And get onto your stream.
Take care, man. I'll try to pop in.
Yeah, have fun. Have fun
later after I eat. Okay, here's the link.
It's good seeing you, Adrian.
Yeah, take care, brother. Looking forward to your video.
Take care, man.
That video will get up there eventually. I'll see it tomorrow, probably.
All right.
Here's to Art's Place.
You could put it in the Art. You could tag your other channels in your description when you put the live show up too, like in the description.
Oh yes, that's right.
Tag, put them in there.
Thanks for
gotta advertise, man. There's one thing I'm learning, that the only way we're gonna get our channel to grow a little quicker is to kind of like fire, push it, push, marketing.
Push it real good,
like this.
I need to get some of those. Next time I'm back in the U.S. or something, I want to get your label, Chuck, and Art's. I guess he's got a label, stuff like that.
I'll send them to you. I think
Yeah.
they mail them to you. You won't get them for like years.
Yeah, not if you send it to Phil Post, no, and then it'd be prohibitive to send it by UPS or FedEx or something. I just wait till that's why I'm hoping 2022 is going to be the magic year that I can finally come back to the U.S.
You and everybody else.
I got to tell you, but it's not looking good right now. It's not looking good right now. But I've had to reschedule my flight. Luckily, the airlines have been so good about I didn't have to cancel the one that I paid for in 2019. The tickets, I'm still using those same tickets right now for rescheduling. I don't know how long that's going to be good for though.
All right, Art, you're 184 plus whoever else. I just clicked on conservative talk in case I want to heckle you or something, but I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I think you're banned from that channel.
He'll probably. It depends what I say.
You're blocked. He's already got something in his
probably blocking. He's probably blocking me. He knows I won't be a troublemaker. I'm a pacifist, except when we're behind closed doors. Then I'll let it rip. Otherwise, behave. Politics don't help anything in the drone community. It just stirs up trouble. We're here to talk about drones and cooking and building buildings and
Vaseline.
Like yeah, music, hearing aids.
Yeah.
But not politics. So anything else is
well, we were talking about places to move,
nice.
And one of the things I've been thinking about is maybe buy a lot that's in a small town and build a house, build a 2 or 3 bedroom house.
I was going to recommend that, Art, but you seem to be adamant about retirement communities, about having amenities provided for you.
I've been thinking about that, but then on the other hand, if I had my own place, then I'm building up equity, and then I have a permanent place where if I lived at a 45, the 55 plus communities, the HOAs are going to kill you, especially down in Florida, because I think part of it is because so many people are moving down there.
And retiring.
Texas and Florida are the 1-2 places where everybody's moving. Where Tennessee and Kentucky, which are no income income tax states.
When you think in your mind, when you think about your mind about moving into a retirement community, what are the things what are your expectations for the services that you want provided for you? What are you trying to get at?
Oh, if I wanted to move into a small town and
a retirement community, that.
I'd have to have internet, of course. High speed internet, and what else? And it's close to a fairly good sized city that has a hospital in case I get sick. Shopping is always good if it's not too far from where I live. But if I had a place where I had maybe a half or an acre where I could maybe down the road build a workshop where I could park my car and then have a workshop and maybe even put a real nice studio in there to where I could do this show where I have more room, where I could have it divided to where I have a spot where I could do like my oh God, what is it where you take a product and a product review. You look at Ken Dono's setup. I mean, he's got a great setup. Even Ken Heron's setup for when he does a review on something. He's got a
Well,
great background, and there's enough room with
Top
really good
down
lighting.
camera, really
yeah,
good
I get.
lighting.
I
Yeah.
guess the direction I was going, the question I was really asking was the difference between a retirement community and actually buying a place that's not in the subdivision. It's got HOA. If you buy a piece of property somewhere, so all the things that you described to me there, I mean, those are easily doable. You can buy in the suburbs anywhere that there's price, especially in places like Oregon, or or even Florida. It's not so densely populated right now. There's some places that are very dense and some places that aren't. What I was kind of getting at, I thought maybe when you were thinking about retirement communities, were places where they had like staffing, where they have people that if you get into any kind of an emergency, that somebody can be there to do assisting, help with food, and almost like. Now, you're not the age yet for assisted. You're not that assisted living or anything like that.
No, I don't quite need assisted living yet.
But if you're doing comparisons and you really want to sit down and you want to look at dollar numbers inside there, maybe something you should look at. If I lived in an HOA and I spend, I don't know what HOAs would, maybe $1,000 a year, $500 a year, or something like that. Which that's
about per month. Like down in Florida,
well,
they're like $600 a month.
Well, then that kind of helps with the case that I'm getting ready to present to you. I think might be an option. Is what a lot of people do in every country. It's not just the United States, around the world. Is they source out. They source out to the Philippines. The OFWs here inside the Philippines are probably one of the biggest resources of here, and probably one of the most financially economical resource for you to bring somebody in. And what you do, you sponsor them under a visa. So say like you wanted to say for you, I don't want to live in an HOA. I don't want to live in a place that I'm spending $1,000 a month for. You could actually bring somebody in from overseas. You could spend $1,000 a month and have a live-in helper that would do everything. They do cooking, cleaning. You have like a personal household assistant is what you have inside there, 24 hours a day. And then most of the time they send, but you have to provide room and board. Of course, when you buy a house or something like that, you normally have a minimum of 3 bedrooms or something like that. So maybe even think about sponsoring your girlfriend. Well, maybe even think about sponsoring your girlfriend down in Mindanao. Ask her if she's interested in doing something like that, where she spends maybe, and you give her an opportunity every year. They go home. It's like 30 days they go home. So 11 months out of the year, you have somebody. I mean, juggle the money around. See if it's something, and then you have maybe you can have the best. They have the best of both worlds that you're looking for. Something like that. Something to ponder upon.
Ponder upon.
Mm-hmm. It's done all the time here. I get comments all the time, and emails all the time from subscribers, and many of them, not so many from the U.S. that are OFWs. They're doing that, but OFWs that are in the UK, all over Southwest Asia, Germany, mostly in Europe and Southwest Asia. And they talk about that's what they're doing. That's what their job is in these places over there. They're OFWs that are providing.
We got another troll.
Oh boy!
Is that what that is? Is that what that is?
Whenever you see it's always the same thing, like Voom dot Nego.
So what does that do? What does that do for them by them doing that? What does it provide them doing?
I think it's a link, or it could be like I don't know, phishing. I don't know that. I'm worried to click on.
Well, don't click on it, guys.
Yeah.
No, that's the quickest way to get somebody to go away. Unless you can knock them out if you wanted to. I think you have.
Well,
the power.
Yeah, and that's why I have
James
monitors. Russian trolls.
The Russian trolls.
Russian trolls.
Yeah.
Das Vodanya. That means goodbye, comrade.
Nice.
Well, you know Hot Rod in Daytona. He's married to a Ukrainian gal. And I am surprised he doesn't know any Russian. I'm like,
I wonder if
really?
they
I
Russian
mean, I
bots.
had neighbors across the street, and I learned a lot of Russian.
Didn't the Beatles sing that? Oh, the Ukraine girls really knock me out. Or is that the Beach Boys?
That was
I think
the
it's the
Beach
Beach
Boys,
Boys.
wasn't it?
The Beach Boys.
Yeah, California
Yeah,
girls.
and
I can think about California girls.
Georgian girls on.
Oh, I finished. By the way, I
Back
finished
in the
the
USSR.
yeah. Speaking of the Beatles, I finished that 6-hour 3-episode of the.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Gargola, Conrad.
Conrad.
Thank you. Well,
Not comrade, but Conrad.
Oh, so I finished the on Disney Plus. They had the Peter Jackson documentary of the Beatles for the there were 6 hours, 3 episodes.
I forgot all about that. Yeah.
Really good, really enlightening. Highly recommend it for those Beatle fans out there.
Boba Fett's probably better though.
I've always been, and it provided a lot of information that I heard rumors before about, how the breakup about Yoko Ono and all this kind of stuff. This really provides a lot of good information, so you really see what was going on with the band in the last weeks and months of their career before they broke up. A lot of insight. I highly recommend it. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Well, thank you, Bort. Yep. And I'm a pretty independent person. I live here in an apartment. I do everything myself. The only thing that I have somebody do for me is my sister does my laundry, because that's the only time I get to visit with my sister once a week.
And you probably don't do windows either, right?
No. Yeah, but you know what? I've looked at my windows in my apartment on the outside. Boy, they look pretty dirty, but I don't care. I usually keep my window blinds closed, because I live in a garden level, which is about 4 feet underground. That's why it doesn't get so damn hot in the summertime.
Well, it's better than 6 feet underground, I gotta say.
Yeah. Well, it keeps prying eyes out of my apartment. They can't look in and say, "Wow, look, that's a nice computer." Wake up in the middle of the night, smash! There goes the window. Somebody walking out with my stuff. Yep.
Right. Speaking of windows, I can't keep windows clean around this place right here with the construction across the street and with the pavilion. It's like, and I made a mistake. I installed the glass and the TV yesterday inside there, and I made a mistake of doing that while the guys were over here grinding all with the grinder, grinding the pavers, and there's dust. I'm gonna have to pull that. I have to pull that TV back. I got to do a final cleaning, put everything back inside there, and then so there's a breakdown in translation a lot over here. There's just such bad communication sometimes. When you say one thing, it just gets into. It's like yesterday, I asked my gardener. I said, can you help me? Can you help me lift the glass out of the back of the truck, and we're going to set it in place. So we pick it up and lift it, and we get it all the way back here. I got it on a corner. One corner is leaning on the wood. And I said, now, whatever you do, don't touch the plate, because I just cleaned everything with the Windex. It's all nice and clean. I said, don't touch it, because we're going to close the TV up again, and it's going to be closed forever now. We're never going to. And he said, you mean this area right here? And he uses glove that he uses for gardening. This is for his gardening. And there's a big handprint inside this. So I have to. So now I have to. I don't know why he did it. It just, maybe he said, he thought I said touch this right here. I don't know what it was. It was.
I hear her giggling in the background.
Anyway, I got to pull that back out again and do a final clean on it somehow. And it's going to be a pain.
Well, now Matt and Maddie's World, now they're kind of pulling me into Florida. So I'm going to be in Florida in April. So maybe while I'm down there, maybe I might look at a few places while I'm down there.
All right, I'm waiting for the punchline. You see, Mike, her neck's got inside. I live a Polish log cabin. Okay, what's the punchline? There's got to be a punchline to this. Come on, we're waiting.
Well, that's like the alligator that could get up to 15 feet.
There it is.
I thought the only laws are very
Nice.
Wait for it. Boom.
well. Thank you, Carolina Airshot Jeff. Yeah, that's right, Jeff. Thank you.
Oh, Chris Wedgeworth. That's a great reference.
Finally,
you'll find you living in a van down by the river, smoking doobies. I love that. Chris Farley's
every time I see Chris Farley pulling up his pants when he does that, reminds me of the gals where I work, because I don't know what is with women. Why are they always constantly pulling their pants up? It's like, get some suspenders or belts.
You remember that when he dropped through the coffee table? That wasn't rehearsed. That was it was him. Remember he dropped to the table and it collapsed. Remember that?
Oh,
I don't think that was part of the skit. That just happened. It was hilarious.
He just got right into David Spade's face and he yelled at him.
And Christina Applegate, yeah, and they started giggling. They couldn't keep a straight face. Christina Applegate and David Spade were like losing it. Oh, that's good stuff right there, man. Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Good one, Chris.
If you're in YouTube and you want to know who you subscribe to, where do you find it? I'm trying to find who I subscribe to.
Your subscribers are in the studio, right? Studio?
Well, I'm in studio. I'm in channel in the dashboard right now. I want to share with you. I want to share is actually I picked it up. I picked
under
up
subscriptions. You have subscriptions on the left-hand side. Are you on a phone or on some Mac or whatever? I mean, because
I'm in Safari. I'm in Safari. In studio. I don't see. Maybe it's under
YouTube and your regular YouTube channel. And then go down the left column. There's home, explore, and subscriptions, man. Subscriptions like 3 down on the left. And
mine doesn't say that. Mine doesn't say. Maybe I have to go to regular YouTube. Let me go to regular.
Yeah,
YouTube.
it should be like right down below the name.
Oh, here it is.
They all are subscriptions. I'm sorry, it's further down.
Yeah, it's not under. Yeah, it's not under. What do you call it? It's not under YouTube Studio. It's
it's your regular page shows them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to share. And I know I just subscribed to this. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm going to give you the name. I'm just going to say it out loud here. There's a channel, and Gerard Steelman, 15
Steelman,
Canadian country. He gave me this link the other day. He said, James, you got to watch it. It's a Canadian channel. You know, if you like humor, Canadian humor, because some of the best comedians are from Canada that end up coming down like on Saturday Night Live and things like that. But they have their own equivalent to Saturday Night Live. I forgot what the name of it is up there. But anyway, there's a channel called, and there's no spaces in between these words. It's called Red Green TV. Red Green TV.
Oh, yes. I used to watch Red Green all the time.
I saw that. He just gave me a link to one video, and I was rolling on the floor after watching it.
I may not be handsome, but I'm handy.
Yep. So for the guys inside here, Red Green TV.
Michael's
check that when
that came in.
By the way, hey Michael, how you doing, man? He had Ed Ricker on Friday night.
Duct tape. That's it. I watched the duct tape episode. The duct tape episode where he has a flat tire.
Go drones again. Forget drones. Talking duct tape now.
he's got a flat tire on his van, and he can't get the lugs off. Well, when you're watching him, he's trying to loosen the lug nuts up in the opposite direction anyway. So
he's tightening them instead of loosening them.
And then he gets one of these huge pipes, like a 2-inch, 1.5-inch pipe, that's about 10 foot long, and he's trying to do this. And then
snap a stud that way.
Then what he ends up doing is, duct tape, you can use duct tape will fix anything. So he duct
Yep.
tapes his spare
Right.
tire to the flat tire, to the flat tire that's on the rear wheels of the van. I'm not gonna tell you. You gotta watch it. It's just.
I wish-
Now, James, did you know back in the day, I think back in the 50s and 60s, on Chryslers, the lug nut turn
Turn the
opposite
opposite way?
on.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
were
If you're
threaded the other
on
way.
one side, it goes to the left, and if you're on the
think
other side, it goes the other way.
I
Even the
think I
Chrysler
remember
to do
that.
something that
Yep.
bizarre.
think
I learned about that from Mel from 400 AGL. He was, I guess he was driving his mom or his grandma in the family car, and they got flat, and he's trying to change the tire off the side of the road. And he's got the wrench, the four. Anyway, he's hopping up and down trying to loosen up the lug bolt. And the guy pulls up and he's looking at him and he goes, "Having a hard time with that?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm trying to loosen up." He goes, "Well, that's a Chrysler. They go the other way from, yeah.
God. I had a hell of
See-
a time getting lug nuts off a Jeep in the Caribbean
What?
on
I'm
St.
looking-
Thomas.
I'm looking for
Jumping up
good
and
fun
down.
nowadays.
Mike-
I'm trying to get
Michael?
I'm trying to get away from seriousness these days. So I'm looking for funny things, and I think who is it? One Vision Aerial said Cartnark's channel is pretty funny too. I'm gonna have to look. I'm looking for good funny channels. Oh, I'm gonna upload a video.
What about Beauchart's channel?
Oh
yeah,
he's-
Jim
Beauchart.
Beauchart.
Well, Jim, I watched the one where he did the
His extra
bloopers.
medium
The
stuff's pretty
the
good,
bloopers
too.
blew me away. The bloopers
Oh, yeah, that-
totally blew me away. But then he did the one after that with the mask, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't laughing on that one right there. But the blooper, he needs to do more. He needs to do more stuff like he did with the bloopers. He's a step above everything in the
Yeah.
comedy
the
area when he
papers
does
fall off the wall and everything.
Well,
That's the
but
crap.
every-
That's the crap that happens to us all the time, and we never when you're doing like multiple takes, like trying to do your narration, and just like I screwed up there, it's like you're trying to do your narration and stuff, and it's like, oh crap, do it again.
And it seems natural. None of that seems staged. Anything. It seemed like every single mistake that happened inside, because it's happened to me before.
Oh, me
You
too.
sit
It's
there-
all of us.
you
All
sit-
of us. It's legit.
How many times have you got a tripod and you got to extend it out to the first one, and you're doing something, then the wind blows,
It
and the
falls
tripod
over.
just-
Yes.
right?
That's why.
Oh, yeah. Check out Uncle Extra Medium.
Yes.
That's
Uncle
Jim's
Extra Medium
other
is
channel.
really hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why we didn't use a tripod much in Scotland, because I didn't bring the great big I didn't bring the really big tripod, the good one, the carbon fiber $700 thing. I brought just a little one. I didn't trust it to hold a camera up in the wind. So like normally we'd have like the camera film us walking around and stuff and then go back and fetch it. But
Well,
Nope.
you've seen my original, right? You've seen my original GoPro, the 5. That was the first one that I started with building the house here. And I
Yeah.
showed you a picture when I did my product review of each one of the models, the generations of the GoPro. And you can see on my 5, it's got scratches, dented, all
all
the
tore
rubber
up.
from the push button. They're gone. They're gone. They've disintegrated. They've totally disintegrated. But that was the one that I was, because you remember I know Art remembers, because Art knows every one of my videos. He's watched, I guarantee
Just
he's
about.
watched 100% of the 1,000
Yeah.
videos that I think I've uploaded. But, and I didn't show it. It's not even in the video. But remember when I used to be on the top of the roof when they were pouring concrete up, and I was in there with the rebar,
Right.
and I was getting all the air pockets out of there.
Oh, did you
I-
get your GoPro
Well, no,
going to
the
that?
GoPro dropped right down inside the concrete
Oh.
inside there. And what did I do? I pulled it out, I washed it off, and we're
Oh,
back
there
in
you go.
business, back in business again. But
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
like,
I'm waiting.
That
like-
would have been funny if it would just stuck right in there and you let it harden
Yeah.
up, and
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
then in a
I'm
hundred
waiting for this one
years
off the
when
car.
somebody's doing
I
some work,
wasted
they go,
so-
"Oh, what's this? GoPro
I'm
inside
waiting to
the
lose-
wall here."
I'm waiting to lose one off the car. like with the magnetic melt, waiting
Oh
for
yeah,
driving down the highway and
I
filming
always,
on the roof and waiting
I
for it to
always,
go.
I always worry about, I always worry about that when you put them in a situation that you're not really comfortable with
But those
doing.
are the really good shots, though, when you risk it for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
biscuit to get that footage.
Well, after
Mhm.
watching Jim's blooper reel, I really wish I would have saved all my because I got that, and there's a blooper in every there's
Oh,
the
well, you
most,
gotta start saving
well,
and
yeah, I
put
don't
that
have,
on a
yeah,
separate drive and
yeah.
save that. And then once that you got a ton of stuff on there, you just go through and just kind of break it up and do
Well,
it. My PI Dreams blooper reel.
The blooper reel.
I hope I get to work on it this week. I don't know if I'm gonna get to work on it this week.
Got a lot of Scotland
back in
bloopers.
back in June or July or sometime around
Lots of
then,
bleeps.
we had an order come in. And Ness and I it was beautiful. We were in the swimming pool in our swimsuits and such. Ness ordered lunch. They have like the people that deliver on the motorcycles. Like here they call it Food Panda. They come by very
Grab.
many. What was it?
Grab.
All different kinds. So we had, I think it was Grab was the. So we had a delivery.
No,
we had a
Food Panda.
delivery, and I walked out into the street in my swimming suit. I had I'm not going to change. The guy came right here in the subdivision. I had a towel wrapped around me, and we took the delivery. I didn't think anything of it. Well, I get a email from one of my subscribers like 3 days ago, and he said, "James, you're busted on Facebook." He said, "You got to check this out," and he gives me the link to this guy who's a vlogger. You can vlog. I guess you can vlog on Facebook. You can vlog on YouTube. Well, everybody here is Facebook of it. So I opened the link inside there, and it's funny as hell. It's the guy. What he does, he's funniest moments in deliveries, and he's a Grab motorcycle, and he takes the camera video as he's driving into the people's houses, coming through the front gate of our subdivision. And then he goes up and he rings the doorbell. I guess we were in the pool, so we didn't hear it. So he calls us on the phone, and I don't want to tell the whole story because it's funny as hell. But it shows the response on the phone. His response is back to me, and he wasn't prepared to speak to anybody in English. He was shocked when I answered in English and started talking to them. But the stuff that he does and what he does, he's a professional vlogger. He's got like 80,000, 800,000, some crazy number of subscribers.
Nice.
And he adds these really neat scenes. The reaction he takes, sort of like what Jim does. You know how Jim takes scenes off of like MASH and all these kind of things.
Yeah, all these different little TV and movie
the expression, little clip, and he does that with the expression of everything. So I'll try to upload that. And I asked him for permission to use it.
Can you monetize using that stuff?
I don't know. The worst thing you could do,
could.
the worst thing you can do is you can monetize it, and then they can tell you have to demonetize. You have to turn it off.
I uploaded a test video where I used a piece of copyrighted music, and I uploaded it on my own channel, not the Covaction, just to see what happened, and it got a claim but not a strike. So I guess so that means I could never monetize it, and I don't care.
So YouTube has gotten really, really good about, and it's a smart, and we've talked about this before.
We did talk about this before, so
and because what you can do is you can use copyrighted material.
My vlogs are all bloopers. Well, yeah, that's always.
I bet Lloyd has some really rich material in the vault if he actually saved any of that kind of stuff. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
But YouTube has gotten really smart because they've coordinated with the people that own the property, the content creators of those, as well as the people who are reshowing that material. And everybody gets a piece of the action. YouTube gets, by them doing that, the content creator.
Yeah, they're all making money off of it.
It gets most of the royalty. You probably get very little off of it, but you get notoriety, and then you get to do that. That's why
I'm thinking the notoriety thing is like I have something in mind that I think might help the channel out that I want to put out, and I'll give all that. It doesn't matter. I'm not monetized anyway, so I have nothing to lose. It's just like a way to get maybe some traffic. So I'm gonna give it a whirl.
Well, how do you think all these people are doing cover tunes all the time on there? They're what they're doing. They're monetized.
Yeah.
But most of the money, the royalties off of that, goes back to the recording company that's the people that back the artist. So the artist gets money, the recording you get Google gets, of course, Google gets their money.
Always.
So you get a very small fraction. But it's all good, because if you have a video that's very popular, it gives you exposure, so that
right. That's why I think it'll be really helpful. So I'm gonna.
But back in the day, at the very beginning, no, you got a copyright strike. If you
I
didn't
made that mistake.
If you didn't delete the audio portion, which means you had to go back and re-edit it through YouTube's crappy editing software that they have on there.
My very first video, I could actually upload it now. My worst, crappiest first drone video that I used Pink Floyd and Alan Parsons Project music, and it got like
Yeah. So you back then you got a nasty email from the recording studio that
got an email.
The music company. Yeah, you got that from them, and then you had to pull. But they're smart now. They've done smart, because by doing that, they were actually restricting the amount of money that they were making. Now everybody gets a little piece of the action.
I actually looked into buying the rights to use a piece of music once, just like a couple years ago. Holy crap, that's expensive. It was
Gargola Conrad. I live in the Philippines. I live on the island of Luzon in Batangas province, in a not small town. It's actually a big town called Lipa City.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice place.
Now that we're talking about music, you probably heard this clip on TikTok where you hear somebody singing, "Oh no, oh no. Oh, no, 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 no." And it's in that high voice. Sounds like a kid or somebody singing it. You know who that is? That's Steve Tyler. Somebody's changed the pitch.
Oh, no way. Yeah. From Aerosmith.
Yep. From their
Steven
early
Tyler,
days.
Yep. Steven Tyler lives on Maui now. He hangs out with Mick Fleetwood all the time, because like Lori asked him that question. We had dinner with Mick once, and like we were having this nice conversation, and Lori asked him, she's like, Steven Tyler's on the island. Do you guys like hang out at all? And he's like, oh yeah, we're like really good friends. And it's pretty cool.
Now that dude looks like a lady. I got to tell you,
dude looks like a good one. Good one. Going down.
Jamie's got a gun.
Liv Tyler is pretty cute. His daughter's.
Oh yes.
Oh, she's a star. She's a star.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I could see Steve
Armageddon.
Tyler. Exactly. I own that on. I still have the DVD.
Yeah. Yep. And that's always reminds me when
good
she
movie.
Says,
was that Bruce Willis?
That's the Aerosmith daughter.
Yeah. Hanging out the side of a building. Like, yep. Good stuff. How we doing on? How we doing?
Dude, I was only supposed to be on here for like 10 minutes. What the heck?
Yeah, you've been on for about 45 minutes, an hour.
Well, as long as this one here is not upset that I'm not doing her honeydew list, then we're okay. Because that's really that she gave me a. I was like, oh, I'm gonna sit in the backyard, relax. I'm gonna put some old Turner Classic movies on here. I'm gonna chill out underneath the pavilion, get the waterfall going in the swimming pool. I'm gonna relax. This is Sunday. She says you can do that after. She said after you do all these things on this list right here.
There you go.
I gotta take down the Christmas tree. We still got our Christmas tree up.
Oh, our crispy Christmas tree has to come down soon too. Lori's in denial that it has to come down, but I mean, it's gotta come.
Mine never comes down. It stays up all year.
I was gonna say, there are people, that keep it up all year round.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, we have a live tree, so the live tree is no longer live. It's kind of time for it to go bye soon.
Yeah, there are people that on their front porch that have the lights wrapped around the.
They just leave them all year. Yeah,
they leave it all year, or they hang it from the roof. They have it hung up there. They just don't turn it. They just plug it in. during the Christmas season. Well, some leave it plugged in all year round if you go to
Cool to
some,
have it so it was stealth, so it was on there, but you didn't have to look at
if
it.
you're from my neck of the woods down in the south. Huh?
Our basement. It does
Our
Christmas.
basement. Oh yeah, even us.
Christmas
Even us.
lights.
Well, we have the Christmas lights in the tiki bar. That's what lights up.
Well,
all
that's
the
cool.
time.
Those are like mood lights. That's different.
Yeah, it
Those are
is. And that's
year-round.
what it's
Yeah.
for. Yeah, it's for aesthetics.
Yeah, mood.
Well, and that's one thing about the Philippines is the decorations go out on September 1st, all the
1st.
way till past what in January.
Well, all the bear months: September, October, November, and December.
Oh,
and then, but
the Burr months? Burr months.
the BER months. They call them the bear months.
Okay.
That's those
Not
months.
the airy month.
But I've been looking around here, and the thing with the Christmas holiday, the Christmas New Year holiday, it coincides, just so happened, coincidentally, with Fiesta month. Fiesta month starts in January for most of the barangays around here, and ours is actually, I think, the first or the second week in February. But Lipa, if you go into Lipa right now, they got all the banners. It's like Super Bowl down there right now. All the banners across the street from the building, the 2 or 3 story building on one side to the other. They're all wrapped with all the banners and the ribbons and everything like that. The huge Christmas tree is still up. It's like the Christmas tree down in Times Square. They have it that's set up inside the parking area of the big church, the big San Sebastian church down, Catholic churches down there. It's still up, and I don't know when they take that down, but probably after Fiesta, though. I bet you after Fiesta. And then we go back, and then March is like things start calming down. So you got March, April, May, June, July, August. You have 6 months. Then they start the Christmas season again and the bear months again. There's more holidays over here. There's more holidays probably than any country in the world, and they keep adding on to it. They find any excuse that to have a holiday.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I just looked. My Denver Broncos lost again today. They ended up with a record of 7-10.
Oh. Well, what is this? This is Jan. We're only about 4 weeks away from Super Bowl. 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, the playoffs will be starting next weekend, I believe.
Yeah, I think I haven't watched the season. I
haven't either. I think I've watched about 5 minutes of Denver Broncos, and they look so bad. I'm like, oh, yep, done with that.
So who is that? Who's at the top of the game right now? I don't even know.
Well, the Packers have the number 1 seed, and let's see, I think the Rams are in the playoffs, and Tampa Bay, their star running back ran off the field at, I think it was the third quarter.
I saw that. Is the guy who took his shirt off? And
he's gone. They let him go after that.
Yeah.
He got mad because they made him play while he was injured. He was injured. Yeah, ankle injury.
Yeah, I just saw the news. I did see the news where they showed him. He was like having a little temper tantrum or something like that. And he takes his shirt off, and then he just kind of crosses and everybody's like, "What's going on here?" It's entertaining.
The Patriots probably going to be in the playoffs.
Well, last year was the Patriots and Patriots and Tampa Bay, right? Was it?
No, it was Tampa,
it was Patriots but it was Florida. It's a Florida team.
Well, Tampa they won the Super Bowl. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the year before, Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
You see how I've been totally out of. I am so far behind in that. But I wouldn't mind. We're actually set up now. We can watch the playoffs here.
There you go.
Since the Super Bowl I think is around 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. I think in the U.S. That's like 6 a.m. in the morning here. We're gonna have but I think what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to record it.
Waffles.
Super
Bowl.
As long
waffles.
as it's Yeah, and then no, I think I'm going to try to record it and tell all the neighbors around here that want to come over for Super Bowl. And then we'll play it back again, maybe 6 p.m. Because it'll be dark and we'll be able to see it really good on the TV here. I'm just don't watch any news, don't listen to anything. Can you hold off for 12 hours? And we'll watch it here. I'm sure everything will be done here. The bar will be all completed. The pavers will be done. The TV will have an enclosure in the back, so I don't get any big storm pushing water onto the TV or anything like that. So,
yeah, in the Philippines, the buses are called jeepneys.
The what?
Jeepneys.
Jeepneys?
Yeah, they're like a
Slowly
jeep that's
instructions
been
on it.
extended.
It's like they took the remember the Willie Jeeps, the World War II Willie Jeeps and stuff like that.
Yeah, Wild Willies.
It's like they adapted it because a lot of Jeeps were left over here. A lot of
Yep.
Jeeps when the U.S. left,
They converted them.
in the early 1900s, and what they did, yeah, they took all the surplus
After
parts
World
and
War
everything
II.
like that.
That's not early 19.
Yeah, well, World War One before whenever.
World War
whenever.
One cars are practically
it's good.
brand new.
It's good. Ness can't hear what we're saying right here because she'd be correcting me left and right, being a U.S. history teacher and world geography and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, there was a lot of influence and parts and stuff like that here inside from the Jeep company, and they have a plant now. There's actually a plant somewhere near Manila where they still produce brand new Jeeps, the Jeepneys, and everything's made out of stainless steel. When I say
stainless,
they're shiny. Oh, they are shiny as can be. And it's a regular production company that they have over here. As a matter of fact, I want to do a tour. You can get a tour, and I want to, when the pandemic starts to slow down, that's one of the episodes that I want to do, is to go on the Jeepney tour plant and bring the camera up there and speak with some of the company representatives and show you the assembly line and everything that they have up there. I think they'd be pretty cool about. I don't think they would have any problem doing that. I hope not. So hopefully that's an upcoming episode. But yeah, the Jeeps, and what they do, you know how you have stretch limos? Well, that's what they did with the Jeeps. They stretched out in the back, and they have on their side seats on both sides.
Yeah, and from the back of the Jeep.
And I think the capacity is supposed to be like 20 people or something like that there, but I easily see about 45 people getting packed into those.
And they'll be riding on top too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like in India where they ride on top of the trains.
And these guys are so good.
Not hanging on the sides and everything else. Yeah.
These guys are so good. The drivers of these things are so good because these things are, the length of them, the wheelbase and the length of these are so long. It's like some of the biggest stretch limos, you know. But they navigate the traffic and these tight corners, these one lane corners and everything like that. And rarely do you ever see them getting into an accident. Very rarely does that ever happen around here. They're so talented.
Chuck, if you want to have an experience, ride a trike in the Philippines.
In Manila.
Fun.
In Manila.
Yeah.
I'll vlog it. If I ever get over there, I'll vlog it.
Where was it? Oh, at Puerto Galera and General Trias.
Yeah. There's so much stuff that you guys have me thinking about. So much stuff that Lori and I have done that we didn't vlog that would have been just like gold.
Well, I have one
gold.
I don't know what the video. I don't know what the video is, but it was like I wanted to show people what's an experience of us driving in Manila, because Manila is probably the most difficult driving anywhere that I've been so far. And I haven't really been in a lot of places, but I've been as far as the northern part of Manila all the way down to Batangas City. So we really haven't expanded very far. Yeah. But it's good enough to get a good taste of what the traffic is around here. I got a video. Yeah, I got a video. I got a video of us driving. I think we were going to World-Bex or coming back from World-Bex one time, and it shows it's like on a 3-lane road. It's like 6 lanes of traffic all merging, everything side by side, and literally they can calculate like a half an inch between your vehicle and their vehicle to be able to navigate. It's crazy. And I got a video. I don't know what the video is.
We had a close call in Scotland. I don't know if Lori filmed it or not, but we, we had a pretty tight situation where there was like a hay wagon on the side of the street, and the roads are already narrow, and then this other dude there was a car on the side of the street, and a hay wagon was coming the other way, and I'll be damned, he wasn't waiting. I thought we were gonna lose the side off the car. I scooched in as tight as I could to the left. I went all the way over, and Lori's like, "Oh my god, you're gonna rip the mirror off the car next to us." And I'm like, I'm seeing this trailer come like from the hay, just come like right. Holy shit!
Well, yeah, I gotta tell
Wish
you,
I had filmed that.
It really pays to have a small vehicle over here. Although, I mean, we got the Hilux. The Hilux is probably one of the biggest.
That's a big vehicle,
the biggest
isn't it?
personal trucks over here. It's
Yeah.
the personal size truck. It's not like full size trucks in the U.S. I don't think a lot of the streets that I go down, my old Tundra, my Tundra would never make it down some of these streets because I can tell you, sometimes when you're doing road construction and they put things to block you because half of the street is where they're digging up all the concrete, doing the pulling up all the concrete and rock and stuff like that. So they'll put the things to block you from making sure you don't drop down inside that big hole over there. But sometimes what they do, it kills me, is they put a piece of rebar and they'll tie with a little ribbon on there, and that's the rebar sticking out. And I got caught down. I got caught down. What you can see, I have this. It's like somebody keyed me, but it wasn't.
Oh.
They didn't key me. So it was either. I got to this point where I was moving, and a car came up so close on the left hand side, on the opposite side, and he wouldn't give me any room to move over to the left. So I didn't have enough time to stop. So
Scrape.
It was either me hit the. It was either
Is
me
that
hit that
when you had to take your truck in to have that panel?
No, that was a motorcycle. A motorcycle hit me in a parking lot on a rainy day. I was going in. I had my turn signal turn. It was a regular. Then all the lanes like this are where you park. I had my turn signal turn, and this is what you have to be really careful over here. Is behind me, there was a motorcycle. Even though I had my turn signal on, and I was turning, and he was behind me. He revved up to try to spin around me real quick before I made the turn. And the motorcycle slammed into my front bumper. And it was his fault because he didn't yield to me while I was turning with the turn signal inside there. And I was barely moving anyway. It was very, very slow. That was that one right there. And he didn't have any insurance.
Oh, of course not. Well, in New York State, if a motorcyclist makes a mistake and you strike them or whatever happens, in New York State, you're paying the motorcyclist. Like, the medical
They're like,
bills
they have the
and
right
everything.
of way to everything. They have the right of way for everything.
It's just the way it's set up, and the motorcyclist, like, it's no fault in this. Yeah,
thanks, Gargola.
It's a
Appreciate
crap
it, man.
deal.
Well, guys, about that time, we're coming up on 2.5 hours.
Yeah, enough.
And I see my numbers. And so it's about time to shut this bad boy down so I could go have some of that yummy turkey that's
I haven't eaten dinner yet either, Art. It's 9:22.
all day. It's going to be nice and yummy. So I want to say, everybody in the chat, thanks for coming. Lloyd, good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, you stuck around.
Thanks for coming.
Lloyd, come in next time. Join us.
Really.
Glenn.
Yes.
And Thort and Chris Wedgeworth and Gary and all the rest. Michael, thanks.
Maddie and
for
Michael
coming.
and Mike.
You have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week. Special birthday show next week.
Happy birthday.
Take care,
Sing happy
everybody.
birthday, Art. Peace out.
All right. Good night, everybody.